Wow! Oh, that is unlike anything you will ever see. Check it out, guys. Here we are, and welcome to Sichuan. This is the home of dandan noodles, the home of hot pot, the home of extremely spicy street food, and this is the place where I spent 6 years starting this channel and where I fell in love with Chinese food, and in particular, Sichuan food. Sichuan is full of friendly people, delicious food, and it's worth a visit just to enjoy the full aroma of Sichuan chili oil alone for. And in this full-on documentary, I'm taking you in deep to the morning markets, the local noodle joints, into villages, and more. And if you stick around until the end, you're gonna see not only the best food, but also some of the worst food as well that I've had in Sichuan. Some 0 ratings on the Food Ranger rating system. I know you wanna see them. I get a lot of questions for that, and I'm putting them in this video. And maybe grab a spicy bowl of noodles too, because first up, we're bringing you in full on for a Chengdu spicy dandan noodle tour. Let's eat. We're in a little alleyway here, and we're going to a place I've heard is really good, dawan mian. Literally means big noodle bowl, right here. Oh yeah, and you can see people are just eating right outside, slurping. This is gonna be good. This looks awesome. Wow, look at all the action. 你好。
你好。
可以吃2两素椒小子吗？
可以。
可以吗？
可以。
太棒了。
辣椒可以吃吗？
辣椒。
可以吃吗？
可以可以。
10块钱。
谢谢你。
不用。
Awesome. 可以看这个吗？可以看这个吗？
可以看。
Oh, look at this, guys. Look at the cauldron of noodles in the back. All of these fresh noodles in Sichuan. Wow. There's nothing better. And they're just scooping on the cowpeas right on top. Oh, 还有勺子. So you can see they put soy sauce, salt, MSG, it's all in there. Chili oil, of course. And then they load the noodles on top. 谢谢你. Oh, 好好. 谢谢你. Oh, 好. Look at these noodles. It's all about, oh, look at all that chili oil. Oh, wow. And jiangdo. So there's chili oil and cowpeas. Lots of that ground pork shaozi. Oh, this is just a wonderful day of eating Sichuan noodles. Mix up that chili oil, soy sauce, vinegar combo with the cowpeas, the ground pork. Got to get every noodle covered in it. 好吃吗？
好吃。你给来个蔬菜汤嘛？
蔬菜对。
我给来个蔬菜汤。
哦哦，好好。
3块钱啊。
好好。哦，谢谢你。
不客气。
啊。
你这分3块哈。好的。
谢谢你。
不客气。
Oh, and we just got some vegetable soup too. They just look beautiful. Oh, look at that. Mmm. Mmm. 好吃的. Oh, oh wow. These ones are so thick. That chili oil and the pork sauce mixed make it a thick pastiness. There's actually a bit of a smokiness in there as well. I think those chilies are a little smoky. That is amazing. Next up, we found another amazing bowl of zajiang noodles, deep in another old alleyway of Chengdu, and full of spice-packed chili oil. We're going for noodles all day today, guys, and right here is a little alleyway full of little noodle stalls, and we're just gonna pick one and try it out. 你好，这个是你的面吗？
对，就是我的面。
你有什么面？
我有，你看，这下面。
哦，牛肉面，哪一个最辣的？
牛肉面，最辣的。最
四川的味道。
炸酱面嘛。
炸酱面？
对。
好，我吃一个炸酱面。
你吃几两啊
？2两。2两，
塑料炸酱嘛。
对。So this is just a local little noodle joint in an alleyway, and we're gonna get the zajiang mian, more dandan noodle style Sichuan noodles. Oh, 那个是什么酱？芝麻酱。Oh, look at all the sesame paste. 还有那个绿色的是什么？那个绿色的是什么？
蒜。
哦，蒜。
大蒜。
Oh, garlic and a little Sichuan peppercorn. 酱油嘛？还有油。Oh, and then this is the real secret here. The Sichuan hongyou. 这个辣椒有很多香料吗？
非常多。
哦，那个大的是什么？那个
这是草果。
草果。
香果、草果。
Oh wow, there's so many. Oh, 还有芭蕉 and star anise. 还有芝麻。
哎，芝麻。
Wow, it's just full of 很漂亮
Beautiful girl.
beautiful. 这个是做面的地方。
对，吃面的地方。
啊，太好了。And it's just all about the pure oil and chili on the bottom. The green onions, the chili oil. There's a bit of sesame butter in there, but really the chili oil is different everywhere. Oh, beautiful. Boiling them in the cauldron. Wow, 太漂亮. Look at that. And now they're gonna go add ground pork on it. 这个是豇豆嘛？ Oh, the cowpeas. 哦，然后你们的勺子对吗？哦，自己的勺子。
全是好肉。
哦，四川的炸酱面。
全是猪。
全是猪啊！
猪的这个肉。
谢谢你。
没事。
So we're a little early, but this place gets packed at lunchtime. Look at that. This one looks like they put a really generous portion of that sesame butter in the bottom. Oh, wow. Mixing those up. One of the most beautiful things you'll see in Sichuan. All of that beautiful chili oil, that really spice-packed, flavor, aromatic, spice-packed chili oil. 拌应该好吃一点，对吗？
哦，对对对对对。
哦，这个是很香的。
啊，对对。
这个很香的。你们放了很多芝麻酱。
芝麻酱也有啊。
It's one of the best things about Sichuan is the variety of different zajiang noodles you can find here, and we are just eating so many bowls today. Oh. Oh yeah. 好吃的很。Oh, this one is just so, it really has that rich sesame butter flavor. So it's a little nutty, but spicy. And also the pork, the shaozi they put on there. Oh, it has a rich pork aroma. Definitely strong and spicy and silky, and a bit of a crunch from the cowpeas. Next up, before going to my home-based noodle joint and getting a lesson in the back kitchen with a huge wok full of spicy ground beef, we're trying out one more variation of dandan noodles and hot chili oil dumplings at a joint that's always busy for lunch in the back streets of Chengdu. Right up here, there's a little noodle stall, and we're gonna go see what they got and order up a bowl. 你好。哦，这个是面对吗？
面。
哦，太棒了。你们有什么面？
要啥子嘛？
我应该吃什么面？
吃炸酱面嘛。
炸酱面。哦，好。
要不辣椒？
可以。我要本地的味道。
好，本地的。
吃2两炸酱面嘛？
对，要得做嘛。
还有1两饺子。
好。
好。哦，这个是炸酱面。哦，香料。哦，听得懂。哦 so it's chili oil, soy sauce. 那个是辣椒油对吗？
对。
还有酱油。哦，芽菜 pickled mustard greens. 哦，太棒了。These are our noodles. 这个是我们的面吗？哦，太棒了。And they're gonna top it with the shaozi here.
要不要有？
可以一点。好。
有多了不好吃。
Oh, that's the ground pork. And adding a little oil. Doesn't that look insane? That's beautiful.
顶着11个。
哦，太美了。
好顶着11。
这个要加时拌，
哦
它香料才会转，
哦
然后才好吃。
要快的拌哦，不
要
要。
不然就干了，一会儿就起冰冰了。
哦，明白了。要拌，拌有好的味道，对吗？
对对，越拌得好越好吃。
哦，四川的炸酱面。
对。
这个跟担担面很相似的嘛？
对对对。
差不多一样，对吗？
对。
哦，我要拌这个。
哦，也要拌，加油拌，它
这个
才好吃。
这个是猪肉饺子对吗？
猪肉饺子。
有韭菜？
没有，净肉。
哦，都是肉。Oh, that just looks so beautiful. 谢谢你。
不用。
Oh, look at these. Awesome. These are zhongshuijiao. So they've got soy, chili oil, and garlic. That just looks insanely delicious. And then we've got mixed noodles, dandan noodles, zajiang noodles. She mixed these up for me. Isn't that incredibly beautiful? Oh, they're so friendly. 很好吃的。
好吃就对了。
太好了。 哦，那个肉，那个勺子，还有那个红油一起的。嗯，
不一样，
哦
味道不一样。
不一样，
那个味道又不一样，这个味道又不一样。
不一样。
对。
这个有那个酸的味道，
对，有糖有水。
有一点糖，对，太好吃了。做这个辛苦吗？还是辛苦嘛？
多早就起来了？
哦，
这个肯定辛苦。
10点钟嘛，
就起来
哦
早上
准备做。
准备煮料馅料，
哦，辛苦了，
要挣钱的嘛，
挣钱
挣钱都辛苦，
票子都
啊
你挣钱是辛苦。
啊！但是人们很喜欢，应该让你很开心，对吗？
对的。
很开心。
开心说的。
谢谢你们，
哦，
好，
谢谢你，
下次见。
下次见，
好好，拜拜。
拜拜。
For our final meal, we went for the ultimate bowl of Sichuan noodles, right in my favorite neighborhood noodle joint that makes a mean bowl of red braised beef noodles, dry style, with pickled chilies and their super fragrant ground beef. And we got super lucky and got invited right into the back kitchen to watch them being made. All right, guys, we are now in my local neighborhood. All of these shops have every variety of Sichuan food you can dream of. But there's one, my local noodle joint, my go-to noodle joint that we're gonna go into, say hi to our friends, and have a bowl. Here it is. Oh, and they're making the shaozi right now. 你好。哦，你们正在做shaozi吗？
把那个花椒弄好。
哦，这个是花椒油吗？这个是花椒油是用作什么？
就青花椒，就其他的
这个是
那个麻香味儿。
这个是放在面里面对吗？
那放在里面炸一下。
哦，太香了。So these are the green Sichuan peppercorns, and they put those into the noodles, and it gives it a slight numbing, florally kick.
就是那个。
Oh,
这个调料里面。
so these are all the tiao liao.
对。
Oh, 这个嘛, and that's the one they're making with fresh green Sichuan peppercorns. Oh, it really has a rich, florally.
这个炸过了就不要了。
Oh, 不要了. A rich florally aroma. These are the Siumai la, spicy Sichuan chilies. These are fresh, not dried, and they just top those right on top of the noodles. 这个是放在面上面，对吗？一点点。And we are just starting to make the shaozi. 做shaozi，这个是牛肉，对吗？
对。
Oh, so we're making the ground beef shaozi, which they add on top of the noodles. 放在那个油，对吗？
对。
Oh wow，很多牛肉。
打成颗粒。
然后你们用一样的油是用花椒做的，对吗？
对。这个油啊。
所以那个牛肉应该有一点点花椒的味道，对吗？
对，清香的味道。姜。
哦，这个是姜嘛？
对，姜去腥味。
Oh, so this is the 香料，很多香料，姜 ginger. Oh wow, tons of ginger. Oh yeah, and then a little bit of
平平的。
那个是
胡椒面。
Oh, look at all that dried chili flake. We're gonna put all of that, or at least a lot of that, into the shaozi. Oh, 太好了. Look at all of that. Wow. Beautiful. 很多辣椒. Oh, that is gonna make it even more aromatic. There we go. Oh yeah. Wow. Oh, 这个是牛肉天堂。牛肉的天堂。
这是美味的天堂。
美味的天堂。Oh, 要再加一点吗？Oh, and we're adding another batch. Wow. Oh, 很多了. Isn't that beautiful? Just such a dark red, rich, ground beef. Oh, that is so rich. All the chili, all the xiangliao. So we're gonna make our bowl now. 有一点味精，对吗？
对。
Little bit of MSG on the base. Oh, a little chicken stock, chicken powder. Oh, 酱油
酱油，酱油。
Soy sauce. Wow. Oh, 这个是花椒油嘛？
对。
Oh, and that's the real beauty, the Sichuan peppercorn oil. We watched them make that. A little bit of Thai. Look at that. Right on top. Oh, 这个是泡椒嘛? Oh, pickled chili. A little bit of tong. And then 香菜对吗? Cilantro.
好了，转场，他给你弄现场的哈。
And we're gonna add the fresh, incredibly fresh shaozi. What we just made. Oh, full of oil as well. Spicy, fragrant oil. Wow, 太好了. Oh, 谢谢你。这个是红烧牛肉。
红烧牛肉这个是。
太棒了，这个看起来太好吃了。谢谢你们。
希望你满意哈。
Oh, oh wow, that is absolutely overflowing. It's too much. So we're just gonna put it all in and mix it that way. Look at that. Awesome. 鲜椒牛肉. Oh yeah. And there's cabbage on the bottom. That is just pure Sichuan. Oh yes. Oh yeah. There we go. Mmm. That is incredibly smooth. Oh, it's just so xiang. A little spicy, gingery, garlicky. There's a bit of spice in the pickled chili, but it's really just smooth and happy and aromatic and makes you feel content. Noodles are chewy. 太好吃了. Amazing, guys. I hope you enjoyed that noodle tour, but that is just the beginning. Next up, my parents are coming to visit me in Chengdu, and we're taking them for a full-on Sichuan food tour. Let's get right back into it. All right, so check it out. It's Trevor James, and today I'm with my parents, and we are going deep. We're gonna go for a full-on Sichuan food experience out here on the outside of Chengdu.
Is this what you would call fly restaurants?
Yeah, so these are all fly restaurants. And the main one is up here on the corner, and you just choose the dishes that you want right from the table. Yeah, that's the one we're going, right up here on the corner. For my parents' visit, I was so excited to take them for a food ranging tour in Chengdu, to go really deep and have a food-inspired travel experience and make some connections with local people. I knew that we were gonna have to go super deep to one of my favorite spots in the north of Chengdu to feast on classic Sichuan food. This is Dingding candy. 这个是 Dingding 糖嘛？可以吃吗？ Oh, look at this. This is a classic Sichuan snack you can try. There's sesame and 这个是用什么原料做的吗？用米做的吗？我们吃一点这个嘛，可以吗？10块可以吗？10块钱。太好了。Oh, look at this. 这个是叮叮糖。
Oh, you use
And there's the scale.
like weight scale.
3两15块钱。
哦，10块可以吗
？15块钱的。
那我买10块可以吗
？10块钱哦，是个。
啊。
Checking it out?
Yeah.
Make sure it's not a counterfeit?
Yeah. 谢谢你。
谢谢。
Okay, let's try it out right here. Be careful, put it on your back teeth because it's very, very taffy-like.
Oh yeah. Totally sticking.
Yeah.
Kind of sesame.
A little sesame. It tastes like there's some sort of citrus flavor in there. Do you get
Flavor
it?
gets better as you chew it.
这个有花生吗？
有芝麻，有橘子皮。
芝麻橘子皮. Yeah, that's right. He said
是开的吗？
sesame and there's orange peel. That's why it tastes citrusy.
Oh.
Good call.
Mmm.
Oh, look at these guys. Look at these guys playing. What's this called? This traditional.
Yeah, this is the arhu. And they're blind.
Oh, they're blind.
Yeah.
Both of them or just him?
He is. Okay, so we're gonna eat up here. Oh, look at this. Fresh dishes coming from the kitchen. So what's really cool here is that the food comes out on the back of a bicycle. You see the guys
Yeah,
standing
yeah.
at the kitchen over there?
Yeah.
It all comes out from the back of a bicycle and it's delivered fresh to the restaurant, and you can come choose the dishes that you want from the kitchen when they're hot. So let's go take a look. This guy is always busy. Oh,
Whoa.
look at this.
Whoa.
Oh.
对对对，
很多好吃的嘛。我们拿一个这个嘛。OK，
这儿不要客气，跟家一样。
真的吗？
想吃什么自己拿。
啊，谢谢你。Look at that.
Whoa.
This is
okay.
豆瓣鱼 which is 豆瓣酱还有鱼，对吗？
豆瓣鱼。
四川的这个
四川
豆瓣酱，郫县豆瓣酱，
郫县豆瓣酱。
泡好的红椒，
哦，
然后又做了秘制调料。
还有泡辣椒嘛。好，这个是回锅肉嘛？回锅肉 twice cooked pork, that's a specialty. Let's get this one.
香肠是酸嘛？
谢谢你。Okay, but this is a necessity here in Sichuan. Okay, so next thing we gotta try is the 凉粉。可以吃一份凉粉吗？一个凉粉。Oh, that's beautiful. That looks beautiful. Let's take that. This is 凉粉, cold mung bean jelly in their specialty chili oil. Oh, with black beans.
Oh boy.
Beautiful. There's actually a lot more to try here. See right behind us? These steamers? There's full of Feichang roll. 你们有Feichang roll吗? We gotta get a Feichang roll. It's steamed beef, spiced beef. 来一个Feichang roll, 谢谢. That should be good. This is the Feichang roll. Steamed spiced beef with pumpkin. Or pork. Pork, sorry.
Pork.
Steamed spiced pork with pumpkin. Oh,
it's
doesn't this look
pumpkin underneath?
insane? First off, this is called douhua, which is river fish with Sichuan fermented broadbean paste, doubanjiang, and pickled chilies. So it's sour and spicy and fragrant, covered in green onions. Looks incredible. Ah, 谢谢你, 谢谢你. Over here, this is their famous dish, 凉粉. This is sliced mung bean jelly, covered in their own. It's a mixture between black beans and chili oil, and that is super fragrant. And there should be a little bit of Sichuan peppercorn in
Yeah,
there.
I could smell that.
Yeah. And then over here, this is a classic Sichuan dish, huigoro, twice cooked pork. So very fatty sliced pork mixed with these swan miao, and it's super fragrant. And then this over here, this is Feichang roll, which is steamed, sliced, fatty pork, spiced with over top of pumpkins, and you can see it behind us here in that huge steamer.
I'm not even sure which dish I'm smelling. It all smells so good.
Oh, douhua, broad bean fish. So I brought you guys to this place because it's the most classic representative of Sichuan, and you can get, oh yeah, get some of that sauce on there.
It's really good.
Oh my god, there's so much ginger in that.
Yeah. Careful. It's broad bean paste mixed with pickled chilies. So it's got a slight spicy sourness to it, which is amazing.
Oh, that's really
That
good.
ginger is unreal in there.
Yeah.
That's a lot of ginger, but it's so good. I love that flavor.
So look at the neighborhood we're in. This is just total Sichuan. Local families just feasting. Look how busy it is. Next up, take a look at this. Next up, we're gonna try this. This is the liangfen. Oh, covered in that black bean chili sauce. Oh yeah. Let's try it out.
I didn't expect that. That's pretty good.
Oh, you can really taste the Sichuan peppercorn in that.
Yeah. It's tingly, right? And powerful.
Yeah, I like. Oh, that's good. I like these cold dishes they do.
Yeah.
It's almost refreshing to eat.
It is.
Like because of the cold. What is it?
Mung bean jelly.
Mung bean
Yeah.
jelly.
Oh. Next thing to try here is the Feichang roll. And the thing about this, all over Sichuan, they make a different variety of it. This one has pumpkin, and it looks like it's a fattier version of pork, but this one I know is definitely worth a try. Let's get in there.
Okay.
Oh,
That is the bomb.
is that good?
The sweet from the pumpkin.
The pumpkin.
Pumpkin's so good.
Oh,
Mom and I were really nervous about going deep with you
yeah.
and experiencing some of the crazy things that you've had on the street, the various street foods. We were really nervous about it. This is fantastic.
Yeah?
I do
So
this every
good.
day with
Yeah.
you.
Like nobody needs to be worried about this. This is so incredible. The food is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Being here with all these
Look at
local
this.
people, it just adds to it. I mean, like no tourists are gonna do this.
No.
So how
No.
lucky are we?
After that incredible lunch, I brought my parents for a tour to the Guokui Spice Market, Sichuan's largest wholesale spice market, packed with Sichuan peppercorns, dried chilies, and all of the famous Sichuan ingredients. I want to take you guys to the largest Sichuan peppercorn spice market in China.
Oh, cool. Oh, wow.
Because we are in Chengdu, Sichuan, the land of spicy numbing cuisine. Numb your mouth off, and this is the largest wholesale Sichuan peppercorn and spice market in Chengdu and throughout all of China.
Oh, wow.
These are all dried chilies.
What?
Yeah,
Whoa.
let's go take a look. If you remember the first video I ever filmed in Sichuan in Chengdu, this is where it all happened, just all down here. All of this is where I tasted my first Sichuan peppercorn. This is where I spoke my first Chinese in Sichuan, the first time I ever came here. And this is the place that made me fall in love with Sichuan, seeing all the spices, all the smells, Sichuan peppercorns. Let's go take a look.
I'm absolutely blown away. Like,
This goes on and on and on
goes
back
on.
here.
That is so many. I've never seen so many chili peppers. Like, that looks like enough chili peppers to feed the world's spicy food for the rest of our eternity.
Look at these dried chilies. She is sorting them.
What though?
She's sorting.
Taking out the greens.
你做什么？哦，这个，这个是不好的嘛？ Yeah, she's sorting out the dry. Look at. 哦，这个嘛。She's sorting out the dry ones, or sorry, the ones that don't look very nice, like this, and the little bits of greens, and putting them aside,
Bare hands.
using her bare hands. Yeah. 有很多种类的辣椒，对吗？哇，这个是很辣吗？
这个是中辣，
中辣。
哎，中辣，
Look at this. 中辣. That's medium spice.
这是中辣的。
最辣的是哪一个？
最辣的是这个。
这个吗？
满天星。
满天星。
哎，对，满天星。
满天星。
哎。
哦，these are the spicy.
我觉得挺好。
一般。这个从哪里来的？
啊？
这个是从哪里来的？
这个是从河南来的，
河南
然后贵州来的，
贵州。
哎，印度也有。
印度。
哎，进口的辣椒也有。
印度嘛。
哎，印度，哎。
然后从这里卖到很多地方嘛。
全国各地。
全国各地 ，all of China。
我们还有卖到你们外国去的都有。
真的吗？
真的。
And also abroad. 到美国、加拿大吗？
美国、加拿大有。
Yes, to America and Canada.
Is this like the biggest
你们是美国的？
distribution center of
加拿大，我们是加拿大。
加拿大的。
这个是最大的嘛？成都、四川最大的嘛？
这个是成都辣椒最大的批发市场。
啊
Yeah,
it's the biggest.
Okay.
It's the biggest. OK， 谢谢你。
没事。
好，拜拜，谢谢。
加拿大。
Here they're playing mahjong. 加拿大。你们玩麻将吗？啊。mahjong, yeah, mahjong. They're playing mahjong here. 这个菜市场有几个种类的辣椒？几个种类的辣椒？
种类啊？
对，
种类多得很。
多得很嘛？几十个嘛？几十个品种嘛？Yeah. 我翻译他们他们听不懂。This up here is broadbean paste, all different ages. This is fermented broadbean paste, and this is the soul of Sichuan. It's chilies with broadbeans, and it's spicy and salty, and they can do anywhere from 1 to 8 years of fermentation. And the longer it ferments, the more fragrant it gets, and the less spicy it gets. You can smell it. It's potent, right? And that is what makes mapo tofu. That's what makes doubanyu. And that's where it gets that insane fragrance.
You could take home with tubs.
After the insane spice market in Chengdu, I brought my parents to chill out at People's Park, have a cup of tea, and taste durian for the first time. Although it's durian off-season in December, we found some, and I wanted to see what their reactions would be. This is like a marriage market. So you see all the pieces of paper down here. These are for parents putting out flyers for their children. It says their height, their age, their job, their salary, And if they're interested, then they'll grab it and try and match their kids up with a husband or wife.
Do the kids have any say in this matter?
No. I don't think so.
Wow. Do they have like an online
Is
address?
there price tags attached?
Is there like an online address where you can go to see a picture of the
There's a phone. I don't think there's a photo. Yeah. So we're gonna have some tea and durian for your first time, okay?
Oh boy.
This is gonna be either a magical or a horrible moment, and we're soon gonna see. So the secret is, you gotta break it. Oh, it's soft. Oh, and you're supposed to use your hands. So Dad, maybe you can take that half, or okay, you take the soft half. There we go. And
Take the whole thing?
yeah. And,
Really?
Yeah. Just take a, and then Mom, here,
Okay,
why
do
don't?
what?
And you're gonna bite into it. And Mom, why don't you just take a little piece from the spoon here?
Oh my God, it's so good.
Is it good?
Oh my God.
Actually,
Fantastic.
Oh,
it is really good.
it's good, right?
It's like butter and I don't know what. Cross between pineapple, onions,
Butter.
and butter.
And this is just the beginning, guys. There's so much more street food in this video that you're gonna love, and it's only gonna get better and better. Let's keep going. We are gonna try a famous duck here in Pengzhou, and it's right up here deep in this local little alleyway. Classic old shop. Should be really good. We found the duck hotspot. 你们好. So we've got the dried ducks here. They let them dry, and now they're smoking them. 现在你们开始熏，对吗？ So look at this, guys. Now we are hanging up the ducks after they dry and gonna smoke them in the back pit. 这个要熏多久？一个小时吗？一个小时哦，太好了。Isn't that beautiful? And you can really smell that smokiness. 每天买多少鸭子？
那天的需要买这么多。
这么多吗？Oh, so they sell all of these every day. Wow, isn't that amazing? As you can see, they put a bamboo stick here to keep it open, and that's gonna get the flesh even. And then look up here, they put the ducks on top too. Wow, isn't that amazing? 太漂亮。
太漂亮了。
Wow, it's just a
关键是你
symmetrical
吃的
scene.
我们这口味没有。
Oh,
微信你吃了没有？
oh, 味道很好吗？
你吃过没有？
马上要吗？马上可以吗？做完了以后，我尝一尝。And then we're putting.
不要它鸭子挥发起走。
哦，放这个上面对吗？
不要它挥发起走。
Oh, and then they're just putting a little cover on top and pushing it back. Look at this. Oh, isn't that amazing? Deep into the oven, deep into the pit. What a scene. What a scene. Look at that. Smoke billowing out. The smoke is just billowing out. Wow. Oh, that is unlike anything you will ever see. And they're just gonna pull them out. Wow. That is amazing.
能在你这个做，加拿大就做，
加拿大做吗？
加拿大做，
这个太复杂，
我们去鲢鱼。
这个太复杂了。Insane. And come take a look. So these ones right here, they're already salted and smoked. And the final step is to just put them in the herbal broth. Oh, so these are the smoked ducks. And they're putting them in this herbal broth. There's a ton of herbal ingredients in that broth. So we're gonna get a duck here. Oh yes. It's so soft looking and fresh. Wow. 太漂亮. Look at that. Oh, you can really smell the rich herbal broth. Oh, the smokiness. Oh, and the juices. Look at the juices just bursting from it. It just looks incredibly succulent. 很多汁. Oh, it just splattered. What a duck scene this is. 谢谢. 先吃吗? 可以吃吗? It's so juicy. Oh, 很多汁. Oh, it's leaking. Look at the succulent, fatty skin on there. 看起来太好吃了. Oh, 太好吃了. That is fantastic. It totally melts in your mouth. It's fatty and smoky, super succulent. It's actually a bit smoky and tastes almost like ham. Whoa. Next up, we took a couple steps down the street to the daily morning market, where you can find all the essential ingredients for Sichuan cuisine, and of course, tons of different street foods for breakfast, starting with a bustling Feichang fen joint, aka sweet potato starch noodles in a spicy broth with tons of pork intestines. This is what it's all about. Coming to taste good food. Oh, and whenever there's steam, there's good food. Look at this. 这个是肥肠粉吗? Oh, 肥肠粉. So this is intestine soup with a spicy Sichuan stock. Oh, and sweet potato starch noodles. 太好了, look at this. 这个是什么味道的汤? 原汤吗? 原汤. You can actually smell the intestine aroma here. 可以? 可以. Oh, 这个是我的吗? Okay, great. 一碗. So we got sweet potato starch noodles going into the cauldron and bean sprouts. Oh, so there's the jiangyo soy sauce, chili. There's the Sichuan peppercorn and salt, more chili, rutabaga, green onion, cilantro, and then here comes the beauty. The sweet potato starch noodles. And the intestine, all the intestine on top. Look at this, guys. We've got a classic Feichang fen here. So the topping is pork intestines, and these noodles here, oh yes, it is so good to be in Sichuan eating real local Sichuan food. These noodles are sweet potato starch noodles. They put some quickly blanched bean sprouts on there, and that is the real joy. It gets spicier as you mix it, and the broth turns dark red. Oh. 好吃的. Oh yeah. The chili with the pork intestine aroma and the bean sprouts. Those three things are a perfect combo. Next up, just a few steps down in the market, we found another huge steaming pot of lamb soup, prepared halal style by a friendly Hui chef. There's truly nothing better. This is where the action is. Bright and early in the markets. And oh, there's lots of food around. Look at all this. I think this is lamb. Yang rou. Ni hao. Look at this massive pot of lamb soup. Oh, that is really potent lamb aroma. 这个羊肉每天买几斤？这个羊肉？
这个羊肉每天卖几十斤。
几十斤嘛？然后你
最优质的山羊。
你打开你要切碎它，然后放在这个
放在锅里炖。
锅里炖。哦，要
上优质的羊肉汤。
哦，优质的。本地人很喜欢吃这个吗？
非常喜欢，因为这是高蛋白、低脂肪的极端营养的食品。
很营养的嘛？这个意思嘛？哦，哇，很早开的嘛？
老字号。
老字号 This is classic. Doesn't get any more local than that. 哦，这个是你们的特色的羊肉汤，对吗？对。Oh, all the fatty chunks of lamb. Look at all the organs in there. Oh, there's intestine, tripe, the stomach. Oh, it's all in there. That is the Feichang yang rou, steamed lamb with rice flour.
尝尝，谢谢。哪有筷子？
哦，太棒了。
它的只是盐巴，这个是味精。
盐和味精。Okay, so you can add salt and MSG to your soup, but I think I'm just gonna have it as it is. Look at this, guys. Oh, pure fatty chunks of lamb right in a rich stock. And then over here, look at this beautiful Feichang yang rou. So there's rice flour and then there's fatty chunks of lamb. That looks absolutely flavorful. Oh, it is incredibly soft and fluffy. The lamb, it's the perfect mixture between fatty and lean. It's seasoned very well, so it is a little salty, and it also has a slight Sichuan peppercorn flavor, so there's a bit of a tingly, florally flavor. Let's go right in for a big chunk of that lamb soup. Oh, it's surprisingly very light and elegant. 这个是清蒸，对吗？清蒸，很健康的。非常健康。Oh. Next up, we went to go visit an old buddy who makes one of the best Fuji Fei Pian, aka sliced tripe salads in all of Pengzhou, with tons of chili oil, peanut, and tons of flavor. It's mid-afternoon, ni hao, and street food is out. And we see something right across the street. Ni hao. 好久不见。
你们2年啊
2年。
2年
哦，哇，好久不见！你还做夫妻肺片吗？夫妻肺片有什么内脏？
就是牛的嘛，牛肚的，中国煮，千层煮。
哦，牛肚 ，so the stomach， 肚子还有肉吗？
还有牛头皮、牛头啊。
哦。
猪舌心嘛。
牛筋，对吗？
哦，牛头皮都有。
And the tendons， 哦，太棒了。那个是肚吗？
肚。
Oh, the tripe, yeah. Look at the tripe, beautiful. Oh, 很专业的。Oh, it's a complete organ salad.
然后放点香菜。
Oh, 香菜。
香菜嘛，好多。
Oh, and then we put it into the salad bowl, and then look at all the ingredients here. Zhima, sesame, oh, peppercorn, salt, chicken stock. Oh, peanuts. 可以吗？
这个要不得。
可以吗？这个是酸吗？
这个蒜水，这个是豆油。
哦，好。
这个要不得。
可以吗？
这个就不要不得哈。
哦，红油。
红油。
然后里面那个是土豆吗？
核桃。
土豆。
哦，
核桃。哦，核桃。Chili oil with walnut. 好看的嘛。
放点芹菜。
哦，香菜。
芹菜嘛。
哦，青菜。
哦，然后。
哦，and then more chili oil. 红油
嘛，这大红嘛，
太棒了。
味道鲜嘛，是吧？
夫妻肺片，四川的特色。Right on the street with chili oil, peanuts, and sesame. Oh, let's take a look at that. It is so cool to watch him make this classic Sichuan dish, Fuji Fei Pian, and he just loads up the tripe. Oh, it actually has a bit of lean meat on it, so it's gonna be, oh, perfect texture. Look at the bottom, look at all the chili oil there. This is what life is about. Wow. 太好吃了。It's springy and it's not rubbery. It's just slightly chewy. But the best part, without a doubt, is all of that amazing chili oil with peanut and sesame and cilantro mix. 太香了。那个红油。
就是全靠红油的嘛。拌菜就全靠红油。没得红油，这些料都有的，对不对？
很重要的。
很重要，对这个是。
So important, the 红油 right here. 还有那个核桃，对吗？
核桃。
Oh, yeah, that you can definitely taste those, that walnut aroma. 核桃、芝麻、红油。
就是辣椒嘛。
辣椒。
辣椒。
哦，有八角吗？
没有，啥都不得。哦，没有不可。
So just pure chili, sesame, and walnut. 太好吃了。谢谢张老板。
不谢。
Amazing. Next up, before going for a classic, extreme spicy Sichuan cauldron of boiling chili broth with pork brain, we drove out to the birthplace town of a famous Sichuan snack, the ultimate crispy and mouth-numbing Guokui beef or pork biscuit. Awesome, guys. We just took a cab out to find a specialty Guokui pork biscuit. We are right outside of Pengzhou in Jundui, and right up here, we're going right in. 你好。Hello. Hello.
Hello.
哦，这个是你们的锅盔，对吗？
对的。
哦，特色的锅盔 ，specialty 锅盔。
你们外国的那个披萨，就是从这个地方拉过去的。
哦，这个是中国的披萨嘛？Chinese pizza right？ 哦，这个是猪肉和辣椒对吗？
这是牛肉。
哦，牛肉。
对
哦，beef guokui， 牛肉guokui。
对的。
So you can see they've got the dough, they've got the beef paste. 这个有辣椒对吗？
对，有辣椒。
辣椒、花椒还有什么？
还有点多。
Oh, there's
这个
a
配料有点多。还有
the secret spicy sauce that goes with this ground beef. And you can see they're gonna flip it. Oh yeah, watch
现在我
this.
们要把它卷起来。
Oh, 卷起来嘛。So they're gonna roll it. 啊，对。
你的中文说得很好。
还可以。And they're so friendly.
这就是灯了。
哦，这个。
然后这个给它蘸个芝麻，区分一下，这个就是牛肉。
牛肉。Oh, so they put the black sesame on.
牛肉就是黑芝麻。
黑芝麻。
这个白芝麻就是猪肉。
Oh, okay. So the white one is pork and the black one is beef. And then they fry it in an oil. 这里是炸，对吗？
他们就烫的哈。
哦，烫的。先炸，然后最后烤，对吗？
对。
啊。
面红烤。
So they're gonna fry it and then bake it. 哇。
现在中国几年了？
啊，4年。
4年了。
对。
中文说的也蛮好。
还可以。这个都是猪肉，对吗？
对，这是猪肉。
我应该吃猪肉还是牛肉？
吃猪肉。
吃猪肉嘛。
对的。
谢谢你。Oh, it's still hot. Oh, that is amazingly hot and aromatic. And just watching them fry here is so satisfying. Let's take a look. Oh, it's saturated. These little biscuits are just, oh.
好吃。吃吗？好吃啊。
哦呀，太好吃了，有一点点花椒的味道。
就是。
Oh, that's fantastic.
是符合大众口味。
大众口味。So that means that most people will love the flavor. And you can see we're putting these right in here to bake. And that gives the perfect texture of both crispy on the outside and soft and fresh on the inside. That is just incredible watching these. They've got beef and pork all in this oven. 用炭做的对吗？对，用炭。And it's a coal oven, the traditional way. Oh, 太好了，谢谢你。
这样给你的师傅两个照一张。好，过来。
OK。
我们3个照一张。
好，Guokui。太好了。We just got a fresh beef one. Oh, now we've got a beautiful beef one. They put black sesame on. Oh, that is absolutely scalding hot. Wow. Look at that. Oh, look at the inside. All of the beef. It is steaming hot. Oh, let's get a nice chunk for the first bite with that beef. Oh. Wow. 太好吃了。太好吃了。It is spicy. It's like a spicy beef biscuit with actually a lot of Sichuan peppercorn in there. Your mouth just gets tingly and florally. It tastes like you're eating a numbing flour with a soft, crispy dough. And it's, just a perfect texture, flavor bomb. This is the most famous place right outside of Chengdu in Junjun Guokui, to try the Guokui. And you can see why, because it is just perfect. The texture, 脆皮对吗？然后
外酥里嫩。
对。Yeah. After trying their spicy beef version, we went for our last street food, the Sichuan Mao Tai, a huge cauldron of spicy, bubbling chili broth, and your selection of fresh veg, and of course, pork brain. So we've been walking around a bit. It's early evening now, and the street carts are coming out. This is a classic Sichuan scene, and right away, we can see this one right here is busy. Looks like we've got some Mao Tai. 你好。我自己拿嘛。你自己拿。太棒了。So you can take any of these fresh veg or tofu and put them right in here. There's also meat skewers in the back, and then he puts them into a bubbling cauldron of flame. Gonna load it up, get a bit of everything, get some tofu. You've gotta get lotus root every time. And then we're gonna get some, 这个是南瓜嘛？对。Get some pumpkin, get some tofu skin. I'm gonna add a little more cauliflower, and I think we're gonna add a pig brain on top. 你们有猪脑吗？
有啊，
有吗？
有啊。
哦，可以来一个猪脑吗？Look at this， 茅台特色的嘛，四川的特色。这个是我的嘛，太棒了。这个辣嘛？
麻辣味嘛。
麻辣。
然后复合性。
哦。
小碗前面哈，直接了。
So he takes this
前面
mini wok, loads it up with sesame oil, and then fills it. 那个是香醋嘛？哦 vinegar, a little bit of chicken stock, 味精 MSG, chili, 豆瓣酱嘛？ pickled chili, 蒜 garlic and rutabaga, 香菜嘛？哦，青菜。 It's all here. And then adds the broth right on it. This is just an awesome scene. It's like a spicy vegetable pot. Oh, that's pig brain. And we're just adding the pig brain in. 猪脑，很滑的嘛。Oh, lots of pig brain in this Mao Tai. Looks awesome. 太棒了。Oh, and that's the pig brain. Little chicken stock. MSG, tons of chili powder. 辣可以吗？哦，太好了。We're gonna eat spicy tonight. Garlic, pickled chili, rutabaga, it's all on there. Wow. 在这里吃吗？ Oh, look at that. That looks absolutely spicy. They put a pig brain in there. Oh, he put a big plump pig brain. But the real beauty is just how much chili he added in there. And we're just gonna go right in for a big bite of that brain first. Oh, let's see if we can take that all in one go. That is pure cream. Oh, it's just creamy, buttery, spicy, almost has no flavor. It's just like a silky, ultra smooth butter. It's almost just like eating a big brick of butter. There's actually no flavor to it except for all of these chilies. It's just like a spicy brick of butter. That's pretty much the texture and the flavor. 好吃的很。
好吃吗？
谢谢老板。
下次就可以给我们做。
Okay, and next up, guys, we're bringing you into a morning market, my favorite morning market outside of Chengdu in Sichuan. It's just packed with delicacies, and I know you're gonna love it. There's so much to explore. Let's just get right into it. 这个是毛豆腐是吗？然后后来什么东西？那个豆腐在哪里？哦，这个是。哦 ，check this out， 这个是毛豆腐吗？
辣椒。
辣椒啊，用辣椒吗？
啊，辣椒吗？
你买什么东西？
你们地方有没有啊？
你有叮叮糖吗？
叮叮糖吗？
哦，
来一点吗？
多少钱？
啊，买多少钱呢？
我买10块的，可以吗？
好，可以。
Okay, so we got Dingding Tang. This is an awesome snack here. Oh, look at the Dingding Tang. So 这个是什么材料里面？
就糯米就是酒米嘛。
糯米，还有芝麻是吗？
对，芝麻、麦芽。
哦，太好了。Oh, 谢谢。What a great start to the morning. Oh,你要用这个是吗？
对，还多一点就算了。
哦 ，That's awesome. 谢谢，这是你的特色。
对。
我要这里尝尝。I gotta try it here, okay? 哦，
真的好吃啊，面香的。
很硬的。
对。
谢谢。啊。Oh, it's super chewy. That sesame is really nice. But for first thing in the morning, I'm gonna go see what else there is in this joint. 你好，这个是兔子是吗？一个兔子多少钱？40多块。哦，好。That's awesome. They got it all. Okay, look at all these chickens. An insane amount of chickens here. I'm not gonna buy a rabbit here though. This is so busy. Oh my god. 你好，这个是什么？鸭肝子。That's duck liver. 你好，这个是什么？这个是花生糖。对。还有芝麻，还有
花生有
汤嘛？
有喝汤吗？
没有黑糖。
OK， 还有汤，什么还有汤？OK， 我可以吃10块的吗？Ah, oh, it's still warm. Beautiful. Ah, 谢谢. Okay, I'm gonna try it out. Oh,
要冷了就脆了，小哥。
oh, oh, it's super, super sticky and brittle and sweet. That's amazing. This is a crazy market. This is a crazy market, I'm telling you. Look at this. 你好。你好，你好，你有很多材料。
中文说的很好。
你是哪个国家的呀？
啊，我是加拿大的。
加拿大的呀？
加拿大的。
我相信你是日文的。日文你给打到日文可以说。
真的吗？Okay, so we're gonna try a 花椒。
这个香吗
Okay, 谢谢。I'm a little put off by that guy's comment, but I'm gonna try it. Wow! I gotta get that flavor out. Feels like there's a battery on your tongue that causes your tongue to water. Like there's water coming off of my tongue right now. And it's mixed with a florally aroma that's just, oh, it's so nice, but honestly, it's a bit intense for the morning. Oh! There's whole lambs racked up. Let's go check it out. Literally, every single piece of the sheep is used. This is the head. Oh my, oh, look at the head. Oh, that's insane. They've got the intestines here, tripe here, hooves here. They've got every single piece, and they've got the whole sheep hanging up here. People are actually just patting it. Look at this, people patting the sheep, just saying what they want. That's insane. People are like feeling it, making sure it's the right size, make sure the meat is good. Wow, this is amazing. Chickens and roosters back there. Wow, you want it right here? They just kill it right there for you. You just give the order, they're ready. It's really awkward filming here because like every single person is staring and talking about me being a foreigner, like I'm some sort of alien. But really, I'm just the guy that likes to travel and eat food. Ni hao. Hmm? 再说一次? I don't understand. Oh, 我的名字长了。你呢？西珍，很开心认识你。你买很多材料，什么很多菜？你们这里买什么蔬菜？
是草药，
草药。
哎，现在下火那些，带子壳，
好吃吗？
熬水喝。
这个吃有什么好处？有
气热。
啊，哇。Awesome. 谢谢. Actually, I'll be honest, I don't know what she said.
也中文说得好。
Now I understand. She says my Chinese is good. 谢谢。
也中文说得好。
Just chilling here. Okay. We're gonna get out of their faces here. It's really hard to describe the feeling of being here. It's just overwhelming how much is happening. All your senses are completely blown. Just all these ingredients. Wow, so much. Oh, look at this. 这个是红薯粉，是吗？红薯粉 fresh, sweet potato starch noodles. And actually, I think we're gonna go try some of those. 谢谢. We're gonna go try some of those. I think I saw a spot just around the corner that has Feichang fan. Okay, we're gonna try it out. Look at this lady. She's got like a whole chicken here. Look at this. Look at this. Wow. 你买了这个多少钱？17块。
一斤。
你要自己杀吗？
拿喂的。
拿喂。
喂。哦，你要喂。你要自己喂。然后你给他吃什么？
吃汤饭。
吃汤饭哦，是菜。是菜。然后他给你鸡蛋。哇，这样。哇，很棒。
很棒。
每个月多少鸡蛋？才买的啊，你的啊，我明白，好，谢谢。That's amazing. Right to my side here, there's a woman getting her teeth cleaned. Like there's a guy in a white coat who's using a tool, like a dentist sort of drill, and we're not gonna film it because we want to be polite, right? But basically, I wouldn't want to do that here. Look at this guy's cigar. 你好，好久不见。我可以吃一个辣的，一个清汤的吗？可以。好。Wow, so this is Feichang fan. Take a look at this. 这个都是肠，Feichang是吗？里面有中药吗？啊？里面有中药吗？没有。没有。Okay, so there's no Chinese. 香料，香料。香料. So there's ingredients with intestines, and it just smells like a. Like a nice intestine aroma with some pork. 那个味道很香，是吗？你几点开门？6点钟。哇，这是辣的。谢谢。Oh, beautiful. Wow, I got 2 bowls of sweet potato starch intestine noodles. 1 clear broth. Oh, smell that. Oh, that's pretty good. It tastes like intestine broth. A little sour, a little sour from the yatsai, the pickled veg, and clean from those bean sprouts. But what I'm really excited for is the spicy one. Look at that. Mix it up. Oh, it smells like dried chilies. Here we go. Get a little intestine, a little sweet potato starch. That is better. That is much better. It's got a punch from those chilies. It's burning. That's really nice, actually. That one has more flavor. I like more flavor. What an experience eating these. What an experience. And we're gonna go for a walk through the meat aisle in a second to finish up with this market tour, okay? So here they've got some Beijing Zhuan Kaoya, 是吗? So it's Beijing specialty duck. Wow. We're gonna get Beijing Kaoyatsu. Look at the duck spinning here. Wow. Wow. Oh my. That's the head. The neck. Somehow I suspect this is not quite as elegant as a Beijing duck. They seem to be advertising something that's a different style. 好吃吗? Ah. Oh, there she is. There she is. Awesome. Look at all that meat. Look at all that meat. Oh, I'm gonna get a nice warm chunk. Little skin. Okay, we're gonna go for it. Wow. That is beautiful. 你的鸭子很好吃。可以吧？可以。It's super tender. That's probably the best selling point. It's super tender and juicy. I would say there's actually not much flavor to it. Like the skin doesn't have much flavor. It's not quite as succulent as a Beijing duck. So I'd say it's kind of false advertising. But I can't complain. It's really tender and juicy and soft. I don't want to stop eating it. Oh, 新鲜的面条。你们自己做的面。Wow. 谢谢，谢谢。This is the final segment of the market tour. This is all the pork. 这个都是猪肉。还可以。可以。The reason why you come in the morning is because it's super fresh. Every single day, this meat is really fresh. There's no refrigeration because it's just right from the source. 中国来做客哇？中国可以。可以啊。可以，很好。而且给你看我们中国姑娘。可以。I can find a 中国 pretty woman, she says. 给我们当中国女性哦。OK 谢谢。那我要买，可以买15块的那个这个骨头吗？我收你点钱，我送你。你送我吗？真的吗？ She's gonna give me a free bone here. I was gonna make a soup. That looks really elegant. Okay. it go? 真的吗？这个多少钱？这个多少钱？
多少钱啊？
对。
今天免费呢。
没有，不可以。我给你钱，可以吗？
真的吗？你说你的我走过来去。
真的吗？OK， 谢谢你，太好了。
下次又来哈。
好，谢谢。A free bones here for soup. That's awesome. 谢谢。哇，谢谢。好，拜拜。That's amazing. 这个是酱是吗？啊，好，谢谢。Okay. This looks like some sort of. 你好，这个是什么？
这酥肉。
酥肉。
耶，酥肉味道 very beautiful。
啊 ，very beautiful。我可以尝尝吗？
可以。
真的吗？
哎。
OK， 这个是鸡肉。
猪肉。
哦，猪肉。哦，猪肉 pig 啊，好，谢谢。OK，deep fried pork。哦。
味道怎么样？
味道很棒。
味道真是美。耶，这个鹌鹑蛋，那个没。
哦，你也有鹌鹑蛋
Yes。
鹌鹑蛋哦。
Yes。
你在后面加那个猪肉是吗
Yes。
哇，那我可以买3块的鹌鹑蛋，还有一些这个猪肉吗？
可以。
好，谢谢，谢谢。哦，很棒。哦。
你来自哪里？
我来自加拿大。
加拿大。
对。
你的汉语说的非常好。
啊，谢谢。哦，这个是盐是吗？
对。
Look at all the people buying vegetables over here. This is such a busy market. This is super local, super local. Look at him dipping the pork in 那个酱，那个猪肉的酱是什么？红烧粉。Oh, so these deep fried pork strips are in a sweet potato batter. 很棒，很棒。那我可以。
里面有鸡蛋。
我可以哦，还有鸡蛋。
对。
Oh, an egg. Yeah, wow, look at that. 啊。谢谢。哦。Okay, 可以。Okay, it's covered in spicy chilies now. We're gonna go for the first test. Ooh. Ooh. 很烫。哦，很烫。
对，很烫。
Wow, but it's awesome because the yolk is still a little runny. It like pops in your mouth, and it actually tastes just like a normal egg. 跟普通的鸡蛋差不多的味道，很好吃。谢谢。你们有很多面包是吗？这个是什么味道？
这是甜的。
甜的。有红豆吗？你有红豆的吗？都没有红豆。那我尝一尝一个这个，可以买一个吗？
可以。
好，谢谢。
你少一个这个吧。
对。
是南瓜的这个。
南瓜的。
对。
哦，南瓜。哦，南瓜饼。
对。
谢谢，多少？
拿1块钱算。
1块。哦，好。谢谢。Awesome。
不客气。
Oh, it's still warm. 还是暖和的，还是烫的。啊，太好了 ！It's warm. Look at this. Okay, we're going in. 这个是什么？
这个是饼干，这个。
饼干 ，OK, awesome. Oh. Wow, that is super oily though. I need something else for breakfast, honestly. But that is awesome. It's crispy. The texture is just like a really, really soft pumpkin. Awesome. Let's go check it out. Let's go see what else there is. This is an awesome market. Part 2 here. And I've already got all these snacks. Most of them deep fried. I'm looking for something else, something a little healthier perhaps. This is a bustling, wow. 这个你好，这个是什么肉？这个是什么肉？
这个是牛肉。
牛肉吗？可以吃吗？
可以吃。
什么味道？
啊？
这个是什么味道？
这个是五香味道。
五香味道，太好了。那我可以吃 20块的吗？
20块的可以。
可以 ，OK， we're gonna try it out。我想这个是怎么做的？怎么做法？卤的哦 ，it's stewed beef. Wow.
师傅啊，
Wow. That's a huge chunk. That's a huge chunk. 24块，好。OK. 24块。24块。我去。
切一下。
啊，可以切，谢谢。He's gonna cut it up for me. 很好吃。Actually, it's kind of weird. I don't know if I like that texture. It's kind of mushy. It actually tastes just like ham. 哦，可以。放。
对吧？这样吃起来还好吃一点。
很好吃一点吗？
那样吃啊。
谢谢。Dip it. Look at all that辣椒he just gave me. Oh, yeah. So they've got it all here, really. Fresh produce, fresh veg, fresh noodles. 哦，然后你好，这是豆瓣酱吗？四川的灵魂是吗？四川的郫县豆瓣。郫县的，这是几年的豆瓣酱？去年的，1年的。哦，香。哦，是这个和这个是什么差别？
这是那个生，那个辣椒是生的，这是熟油的。
这是再说一次，这是什么？
这是那个豆瓣酱，它是生辣椒做的，这个是用油炼过的，它是熟的。
哦，熟的。Look at that, right in the jar. 豆瓣酱, that's a spicy broadbean paste. Super salty and spicy. Awesome. 10块是吗? It's fermented, and that's where the beauty comes from. Awesome. Put that in the wok when you're cooking. Living the dream. 谢谢. Awesome. 谢谢你. 好，谢谢. Okay, I got something else on my mind now, actually. 凉拌菜, which is just over there. It's like a cold Sichuan salad. 可以买凉拌菜吗？那个这耳根，还有这个是米粉是吗？还有米粉。Oh yeah, look at those rice noodles. 哦，这个木耳，对豆腐皮。对，还有你最爱的是哪一个？你最爱这个是什么？哦，熏酒啊，对的，可以。Bamboo, awesome. 然后这是海带，可以海带。应该够了。你要称一下是吗？
现在才给你摆的吧。
好，谢谢。Oh, it's gonna be good though when she gives it to me. 那个是什么？猪料材料是吗？啊。哦，你要拌一下是吗？太好了，我最爱的四川的凉拌菜。哦，太好了！我在这里可以吃吗？ I've got a fat Sichuan salad here. Look at that plump bag of goodies. Oh yeah, it's cold, it's wet, it's got a lot of tofu skin in there. Awesome. And they have no chopsticks because this is not meant to be eaten on the street. So I'm going in with the hands. Okay, we're gonna have a slice of that. We're gonna have a slice of that tofu pea with a little zajiang, which is a Sichuan fish root. Let's try it out. Oh, tastes almost just like fish. Like a mix between fish and cilantro. And it's covered in a Sichuan spicy oil.
吃黑的吧，太棒了！
太棒了！这个市场很好玩，有很多好吃的，人们都很热闹，很友好，是吗？
哎，对。
中国人很好。
哎，
你觉得呢？ 就是中国人很好，是吗？
啊，对对对。
Yeah, some of the nicest people, I'm telling you. This is insane. 太香了. Oh, it smells so rich, almost like salty. It smells like salt and pepper. Wow. Beautiful. Oh, and now he's just putting the duck deep into the oil. And then there's the lid. Close the lid. It's like a pressure fryer. Look at that. 这个是用压力做的，对吗？哎。There they are. Look at those ducks. Wow. Oh, just look at those crispy skin fried ducks. Cooked right in this pressure cooker. I can eat一般羊吗？一只吗？19一只。19块吗？哎，19元。好，我买一个。Feichang tang ma. Oh, it's so hot. It's bubbling. Oh. Oh, Feichang tang. Oh.
我等下一次吧，我拿个手套给你，自己等下吃。
好好。谢谢你。
不行不行。
So that it's way too hot.
香，很香的。
Oh, 很香的。
很香哦。
It's way too hot to cut. Oh, but we got a whole duck. Oh, it smells like salt and pepper.
中国话说的太好了。
Oh, 一般般。Gonna rip that off.
汤和小心。
Oh, 太烫了。
刚刚出炉的。
刚刚出炉的。Oh. I think I'm just gonna take a bite right from it. Oh. Wow. 太好吃了。
这个腰子饼，这个腰子饼。
Wow. That is just 很嫩的，很软的。Whoa, it is absolutely tender. It just has a light seasoning to it. You get the pure duck flavor. Oh, 你们也有炒的肥肠对吗？炒肥肠。Oh, look at that. That is absolutely beautiful. Stir-fried intestines with Sichuan chilies. So we're gonna do it the way the locals do. You gotta choose your intestine. 怎么选好的？都好的嘛？这个，哦，这个是好的嘛？Oh, that looks like a good one.
50块嘛啊。
50。
50哈。
这个50块嘛？
啊。
小一点。
小一点。
可以20嘛？20。30。
30。
These are my intestines here. Fried intestine. This is something I've never tried. And look, we're gonna heat the oil here. Oh, Sichuan de lajiao, 对吗? Oh, look at all those Sichuan chilies. Oh, look at that chili oil. That is the real secret. She just put in an absolutely spice-packed chili oil. Look at that. Oh, there's cardamom, fennel, cinnamon, tons of stuff. And she just put in some soybeans and peanuts. Oh, that is just gonna be absolutely fragrant. 太香了. And then she's plating it right on top of some onions. Oh, that is awesome. Look at this, guys. This is a dish I've never had. And the reason why I love this market, because you can get different things here all the time. Every season it's different. And look at those. Fried intestines. Oh yeah, and we're just gonna get a nice mouthful of those fried intestines. Mmm, wow. 太好吃了. 对. Oh, there is no odor to them. They just fully take on that rich, thick chili oil she puts in there. She's just scooping it in. 谢谢你们，太好吃了。Bye bye. Awesome. Oh, look at this. Pig snout. That's crazy. Pig snout, pig feet. It's all here. Let's keep exploring. We're just getting started. We found 4 more amazing street foods in this market and then went for a massive bowl of Sichuan dandan noodles and hot chili oil wontons deep in the streets of Chengdu afterwards for lunch. Let's eat. What an amazing market we are in. So much action. Really, lots of food to try, and it changes every season. We're gonna keep exploring. Look at this down here. 好久不见。哦，这个是什么东西？这个是鸡蛋饼。鸡蛋饼。Oh, so it's egg. Oh, that's beautiful. Egg, green onion in a pancake. And just look at the scene it's in. Big, crazy market. Awesome. This is where the action is. And he's just gonna flip it. He's just gonna turn it, and I think we're gonna order that up to try it. Oh yeah. 我应该买一个蒸饼还是一般？
你想怎么买就怎么买。
哦，我现在吃一点应该买多少？ Oh, look at that. Fresh egg pancake. So we're just getting ours chopped over there, and we're gonna put a fresh one down right here. The egg batter. Ooh. The rice flour, wheat flour, and egg batter. Wow. Beautiful. 鸡蛋饼，很烫的，很烫的。Oh. Oh, look at that. Beautiful egg pancake. Mmm. 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 Mmm, 好吃的。那个口感。
适合你的口感。
口感很好。嗯。
味道呢？
味道很好。嗯。
咸不咸呢？
不咸，刚好。It's just a nice light pancake. You've got that rice flour, slight squishy chewiness, and a bit of a green onion flavor. 谢谢你。
不谢。
下次见。好，拜拜。Oh, and look at this. Look at these ducks. These roast ducks. We just had a duck though, so we're gonna keep exploring. See what else we can get. 你好，好久不见。好久不见。哦，烤鸭子。
到印度去了，我在网上看到你。
真的吗？哦，对，印度。
我关注了你的这个的，你的微信的。
真的吗？哦，谢谢你。你好，好久不见。
哦，又来了。
又来了，可以再吃一点吗？
真的，可以啦。
哦，太棒了 ！Look at this， 这个是米粉做的吗？还是？
面粉的嘛，面粉。
面粉。Oh, so these are wheat flour rolls, and she's making them right here on these little grills. Oh, 面粉做的，然后可以做一个卷，对吗？
哦，要加没得菜呀？
有菜吗？
菜没有拌呢。
哦。
没有拌好的菜了呀，今天。
可以拌吗？
拌嘛，现在拌好了。
你好。
加拿大的老公。
你好，好久不见。
哦。
我们可以吃这个卷吗？
我还有点卷。
可以做吗？
要拌的这个了。
拌了嘛。
可以拌吗？
好。
这个是莴笋对吗？
你选你要哪些挑哪些。
哦，萝卜 ，awesome。哦，这again。Oh, this is Sichuan fish root. Classic. Tastes like cilantro and mint and a bit of fish. And then some wood ear mushroom. Oh, and all of these are already pickled and covered in chili oil. So you can choose a bit of that. Oh, I think they've got some bamboo, all different types of veg. Oh yeah, look at this bamboo here. Beautiful. And I believe this is rutabaga here, deep in the market. That should be good for a wrap.
这个就是蒜吗？
哦，蒜。
你也吃的辣不？
可以。
可以。
辣椒。Oh, and she's just putting in tons of stuff into this Sichuan salad. Chili oil, green onions. Oh, that's the chili oil. 那个是红油嘛？
嗯。
哦，太棒了。And then mix it up. That is beautiful. Oh, 太香了. She's gonna put all of my salad into these little wheat flour wraps. Oh, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I chose bamboo. I chose jargon. I chose a bit of rutabaga. Oh, in all of that Sichuan chili oil. 谢谢你。好好，两个应该够了。That's great. Let's try it out. Oh, wow. That is pure Sichuan fish root flavor. This green, dark, leafy vegetable right here lends so much flavor to this. It tastes like a minty, cilantro-y fish that's a bit crunchy, covered in spicy chili oil. And the bing is still hot and fresh. 这个是你们的孩子？
我的生娃子。
哦，几岁？1岁，很可爱，很可爱。他喜欢吃辣吗？
他不敢吃辣。
他不吃辣。
我们喜欢吃辣，因为加拿大的人不吃辣哦。
加拿大很少吃辣。如果我们去中国餐厅，我们就吃辣。但是大部分不吃辣。
中国人走你们加拿大给打工的
多的。
啊，有很多了，很多了。哦。
一般是做啥子啊？做哪方面的职业呢？
都有，很多开饭馆。给钱可以吗？不给吗？
算了，不给钱。
真的吗？
真的。
一吃1、2个算了。
明年又来哈。
哦。
明年又来。
麻烦你们，谢谢你。They're not taking the money. 谢谢你们。好，拜拜。This is the market that originally inspired me to live here in Sichuan because all of the ingredients, the Sichuan chilies, the peppercorns, everything is fresh every day. And you can just literally, if you live near one of these markets, just step down, grab your fresh produce, your fresh meats, and cook up a feast. 你好。哦，这个是卤菜对吗？哦，卤菜。这个哪一个最好吃的 ？Look at all of this. 这个是猪舌吗？哦，猪舌。这个怎么吃？好吃吗？ Oh yeah. And we are gonna try an entire pig tongue. 哦，猪舌对吗？
25，多收你2毛钱。
好，谢谢你。这个都是卤菜对吗？
就是。
哦，四川的卤菜。哦，卤菜是卤的，在很大的锅里对吗？放香料，放姜，还有什么？
放姜嘛，
辣椒。
香料嘛。
香料。哦。
香料嘛。
香料。
中草油。
哦，中草油。Oh, Chinese medicine herbs, and they stew all of this in there. I can't believe we're gonna have a entire pig's tongue. 我直接吃吗？可以直接吃吗？ We're gonna take a big bite of that entire pig tongue, stewed pig tongue in ginger chili and Chinese medicine. And I think you eat all of this before your feast, cold. It's like these are like appetizers, and they usually slice it up, but I'm gonna try a bite pure. Oh, I was not expecting it to be that delicious. It actually just tastes like a chewy ham. And usually the tongue is tender, but I think the way they make it is a little chewy, and it's quite salty. And you can taste deep down, there's a slight herbal flavor to it, kind of like a rich Chinese medicine stock. 好吃的. And just loving the markets here. Everybody is so friendly.
这个还要好吃些。
哦，这个好吃吗？
还要好吃些。
比这个更好吃吗？哦，这个是猪肚子吗？
称的嘛。
我吃饱了。
那么的。
不用。
晚上吃。
吃够了。
我称一下。
不用。
多少钱？
不用，真的，谢谢你。This is just absolutely packed. Look at this. Look at the chickens. They've got silky black chickens, rabbits. 你好。 Oh, hendo tofu. Hendo tofu. It's all here. This is what you'll fall in love with right when you come to Sichuan. The massive amount of chilies. Ni hao. Oh, all these different types of dried chilies and Sichuan peppercorns. Oh yeah. This is our old stomping grounds. This is where it all started, guys. Right here, Sichuan peppercorn heaven. Ni hao. Ni hao. Oh, hendo hua jiao. Let's keep exploring. This is where we first filmed those Food Ranger videos. This brings back so many memories. You guys are gonna have to go check out those videos because this is just a magical place here. Oh, look at this, I think we found liangfen, starch jelly. 这个是凉粉对吗？对。在这里可以吃一碗吗？可以。可以吗？哦。Handmade, handmade. Look at this, guys. This is starch jelly, and he cuts it into strips and fills it with, oh, wow, garlic and peanuts and chili oil. And we're gonna try this out right here. 你有3种的凉粉对吗？这个是什么凉粉？
都是豌豆的。
豌豆的。哦，豌豆的。So soybean starch jelly. 哦，很漂亮。Oh, that is pure soybean starch jelly. Oh, 太美了。
我得把它做掉。
好。
要不要这个？
可以，可以。辣椒。So he's just gonna put some. 哦，这个是蒜，对吗？哎。Some garlic. Oh, lots of garlic. 鸡精、味精，对吗？
对。
哦，还有
花椒。
花椒。哦 ，Sichuan peppercorn. 哦，这个太美了。辣椒。小米辣，对吗？哦 ，that's chili. 这个是什么酱？
都是芝麻花生香料。
哦，是咸的还是甜的？
咸的。
咸的。哦 ，and then pure 辣椒油对吗？哇！然后葱对吗？ Oh, that is absolutely beautiful. Oh, and peanuts. 太美了，谢谢你。这个才是正宗四川的味道，对吗？
对。
哦，谢谢老板。Oh, all of that starch jelly looks so soft and squishy. And then we've got pure xiaomila chilies on there, a couple different types of sauce, and this sauce looks totally unique. So it's fermented black beans with sesame and peanuts, and then this pure Sichuan chili oil. That is just absolutely incredible. Oh, 白色的很，我的口很麻的。
适应得了嘎。
习惯了。你喜欢吃这个吗？
是吧？
你从小做这个吗？
没有，我是做了有5年时间。
5年嘛。很喜欢做饭吗？有吗？ Oh, it's hard to talk right now because my mouth is just so numb. 麻的跳。It is an intense, actually quite salty flavor from those fermented black beans with the chili oil. It's a flavor of contrast with the peanut, the sesame, and then the spiciness with the cool, refreshing jelly. Awesome, guys. We are in the streets of Chengdu exploring now, and I hear right up here, deep in a little alley, there is a great bowl of zajiang noodles. I think it's right here. 你好，你好，哦，这个是你们的特色的面，对吗？
对。
哦，你们有什么面？
炸酱面。
炸酱面嘛？
对。
哦，我应该吃一个炸酱面嘛
2两还是3两
？3两。So we're just putting the noodles into that cauldron of boiling water. 哦，太棒了！你们在这里几年
？20年了。
20年嘛？
对。
哇，很长的。应该很好吃的。There's also 抄手，这个抄手好吃的吗？
好吃。
好吃的。
要不要辣椒？
可以。Oh, and there's chili oil. Oh, all of the chili oil. 辣椒油。Oh, 味精 a little bit of MSG just to touch it up. Oh, 有一点糖嘛 and sugar. Oh.
你的汉语讲得好。
还有你们的勺子，对吗？Oh, and that is the ground pork. That is beautiful. Ground pork, fried ground pork. Oh, and a little lard, look at that. There's a little lard in there too. And then she's just gonna put the cabbage right on there. 2两 谢谢你 Oh, that is pure beauty. And then we're just ordering up a bowl of chow shou as well. Sichuan wontons. Oh, 这个是我的吗？
对。
Oh, that's mine right there. 我自己拿，可以吗？哦，谢谢你。And we're just gonna add some green onions right on top there. This is enter noodle heaven. 这个是chow shou吗？
对。
哦，太好了，谢谢你。
没事。
哦，chow shou和炸酱面。
对。
We've got the zajiang mian, pure noodles over top of tons of chili oil. And they put a little Sichuan peppercorn oil. Oh, and cabbage. Oh, that just looks so beautiful. And then there's pork, ground pork on the bottom. Stir-fried ground pork. Oh, oh, beautiful. This is one of the must-try noodles in Chengdu, the zajiang mian. And then over here, we've got the wontons, pork wontons over top of all of that chili oil. Oh, this is why I moved to Sichuan, and I am just overwhelmed every time I have a bowl of these because there's nothing better. Awesome. Look at that. Oh, we're gonna go in for a big bite. Oh. Oh yeah. That is just so satisfying. The chili oil is just coated on the noodles. The noodles are so slightly chewy, and that ground pork is just seasoned perfectly. Next up, guys, I'm taking some guests that came to visit me in Sichuan for a full-on Sichuan food tour. 2 groups of guests, actually. The first is a couple from the US, friends we made online, and the second is Narendra and India, the winners of the 1 million subscribers giveaway. When this channel hit 1 million subscribers, I flew out 2 lucky winners to come for a full-on Sichuan food adventure with me in Chengdu, and these are those 2 street food tours. You're gonna love it, guys. Catherine, nice to meet you. David, nice to meet you finally. I'm planning to take you guys for a full-on Sichuan food experience. And we are gonna eat a lot. Make yourself at home. Yeah, check it out. That's the room for you. Yeah, and there's a bit of a view. You can see the mountains. Yeah. So make yourself at home. This is the Wi-Fi. You got durian for life. Password Musang King. Okay. Here's the map of Sichuan.
Yeah, so where's Chengdu?
Chengdu is right here. And then we're gonna go to Leshan tomorrow. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Then you have the mountains that kind of just hug the city.
Yeah, exactly.
Right
all over here. This is all mountainous region. Here's Dingding.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you go further west. This road, the 318, goes all the way to Tibet.
Okay.
Starting out with the first meal, we wanted to have a dinner that you can only find in the countryside. A dish that's banned in the city because of the open fire. The famous firewood chicken. They're gonna kill a chicken for us here. 可以点啥吗？可以点啥吗？一整只点啥？一共3公斤左右，可以吗？ This is one of the best and most unique Sichuan dishes you can find. A whole chopped chicken, including organs and blood, is boiled in an oil loaded with dried and fresh chilies, fermented broadbean paste, chili paste, raw Sichuan danhonggao peppercorns, potatoes, and green beans. Then, wheat and corn batter is put onto the side of the wok, and it's so good. Oh, look at that. That looks insane. Mmm. Oh yeah.
The Sichuan peppercorn, it tastes a little more fresh. It doesn't taste as like overwhelming.
Yeah, exactly. I structured our Saturday and Sunday around 2 food meccas in Sichuan, both Chengdu and Leshan. We started out day 1 by having a classic bowl of dandan noodles in Chengdu. This is just the beginning of an intense feeding marathon. Get ready for a full-packed video of delicious food rated by the guests. They give you like so much chili oil in the bottom there.
Right.
Every bowl is slightly different. This one looks like so packed with chili oil. Is that good?
That's incredible.
Is that good?
Yeah.
The noodles are so tender.
Yeah.
Right.
And that chili oil is just packed with flavor.
Yeah.
I actually think it's really all about the pork. the fried pork. It packs a lot of flavor in there. Next, we went into town to visit the busiest morning market in Chengdu. This place has everything you could dream of, and visiting is a must if you want a true Sichuan experience to try some roast duck and get lost in the busy alleyways. Tianpiya. Tianpiya ma. And you can stew these and they're very tender. Oh. Oh, 它的耳朵. 它的耳朵. His ear. Oh, 它的鼻子. 它的心. His heart. 它的舌. 还有它的肠嘛. 猪肠. Oh, so yeah, his tongue, heart, and intestines. The whole thing right here. Iban. The market changes every season. You can find lots of different foods here, lots of different produce, lots of different vegetables. And right here, this is a good roast duck. Iban 可以吗？好。太好了。Oh, let's get in there. Take a tender, fatty one. Oh. Oh yeah. Is that good? Oh.
Really crispy skin.
Oh, that is insane.
That is the best duck I've ever had.
Really? Really? Best you've ever had. You hear that? Best she's ever had. Right here. You want another piece?
I'd love one.
It's just meant to be. So yeah, if you're cooking up a big meal, they've got everything you need here. Absolutely fresh. Do you guys want to try a Sichuan peppercorn?
Hello.
Hello. How are you? We can try花椒吗？最麻的是哪一个？
Okay.
这个最麻嘛？最麻。Okay, take one. Oh yeah. And just one, and then put it in your teeth and bite it, and then put it on your tongue for like half a second, and then you'll feel it.
My tongue is numb now.
And mine's just building. Oh, there it is.
That's weird. It's not spicy at all.
Yeah.
It's like a numbing.
It's like you're at the dentist.
Yeah.
Oh. It's like put Novocaine in your tongue.
Right. Oh, that's really weird.
That's a weird sensation.
Yeah.
And after a quick workout in the park, we made our way to my go-to red oil wonton joint. These are just pure magic. So the goal is to eat all of the real specialties, all of my favorite spots, and just right up here, we're gonna get one dish, the Hongyou Chao Shou, best Hongyou Chao Shou in Chengdu, and they're just magic. All right, let's go. So this is Chunyang Guan, best Hongyou Chao Shou in Chengdu, without a doubt, right here. This is Dingding, Dingding Tang. 可以吃吗? Oh yeah, Dingding Tang. You see these all over the streets of Chengdu? This is the classic here. 可以买10块的 Dingding Tang 吗？这个也是这个是芝麻的味道吗？
哎，对。
哦，芝麻。
哎，你说的东西说得好哦，你
一般嘛，对。Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. You can hear it, right? He said this is made with maize and sticky rice, and this one is made with walnuts and sesame. Hi, hola. Whoa.
Dripping.
It's dripping, right?
Oil.
Yeah, what I love about these is how simple yet delicious the chili oil is.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh. That's good.
The chili oil definitely makes it.
Yeah.
It's all about the chili oil. It's a little sweet, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
You got the numbing.
look at that. Yeah, it's a little numbing, right? Look at that dripping chili oil. Oh, it's just magical. Next, we needed an hour to digest all that food. So we went to a classic tea spot on the street, and I ended up getting an ear clean. There's a first time for everything, right? And then we went for the best tian shui mian right across from Wenshu Temple. These are super unique and can be only found at this spot. And this is the biggest Buddhist monastery in the city. Oh, that's the beauty right there. Okay, Lama. Okay, here we go. Xiexie. Oh, look at these. There's like nowhere to sit, so let's just go eat them outside, okay?
All right.
There's like this almost plum-like sauce. There's like rock sugar on there. There's chili paste and chili oil. It's just magical. Mix it up. Oh. My favorite thing is how the noodles have like this really unique texture. Look at that. They're like, they're uneven and square and just soak up all that sauce. There's Sichuan peppercorn in there too, so it's really just a flavor bomb. Mmm. Mmm.
Fantastic.
Oh, it's sweet, right? It's sweet and spicy.
Yeah.
And this one's quite prickly.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, we followed up the noodles with a 2-minute walk to try the famous jelly noodle sandwich served from the friendliest owner in town. Yan Tai Po Guokui is always worth a stop. Look at all that. Oh, it's like romantic. Look at the mix of noodles. Oh, those are like pure jelly noodles. Oh, hentang. That's your guys.
It's very hot.
Thank you. Look at this. Look at that jelly. Squeeze it. You can, oh, look at it. You can see the total soft, springy texture of that.
It's really good.
Mmm.
Yeah, the noodles spread out.
Oh my. Those noodles are just, oh, slightly sour. There's vinegar in there, right? So squishy and soft, and
The pita bread is hot.
the pita bread is hot and crispy. 谢谢你. 下次见. Okay. And after a quick walk through another of Chengdu's lively markets, we made our way to Chengdu's most famous fly restaurant to try the pig brain and rabbit pot. Just look at these dishes. The famous Mingting Tofu Naohua pig brain tofu, a pot of spicy rabbit, and a danhonggao fresh Sichuan peppercorn with local river fish. Let's go right in. Make sure you get some brain.
Oh. Some chicken.
Some chicken. Look at that. That's the pig brain. That's good. Oh, it's in a thick, spicy gravy. Look at that.
Alright, you first.
We're doing this at the same time.
Okay. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
It's not bad. It's a weird consistency.
You hate it, right?
Yeah. I do not like that. I'll be honest.
I don't like the consistency.
Yeah, the flavor is not that bad. Mostly just because the flavor is sesame oil. Yeah, the Sichuan peppercorn. But the texture is really weird. It gets pasty in your mouth.
It's like gooey and pasty, right?
Yeah.
After feasting on delicious fly restaurant food, we took a night train to the famous food mecca of Leshan and woke up early the next morning for a full day of feasting, starting out with a street breakfast followed by visiting the world's largest standing stone Buddha. 你好，好久不见。我们会来吃你的最好的粉蒸牛肉。Oh, look at this. 牛肉。
Smells incredible.
Yeah. Oh, and the cilantro on there. Pickled radish. MSG. Putonga. And chilies, and then Sichuan peppercorn powder. So, 15块对吗？好，谢谢你。Look at this. Oh yeah. Pickled radish, cilantro. It's filled with chilies and that rice flour, so it's super soft. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm.
It's really good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
The radish is good too.
Yeah, radish is great.
It's super soft and like
Yeah.
just a total filler, right? Oh yeah. You got hanhao. And now true. That's great. Then we made our way to the largest standing stone Buddha in the world. This is what most people come to Leshan for, so we visited it during our non-eating hours. We were hungry for our next street food since we hiked up the stairs to see the Buddha. So I brought them to try the famous stuffed gooey brown sugar flatbread. It's browned and then baked in a coal oven and served magma hot. You'll fall in love. Cheers! Careful, it's hot. Oh, look at this.
So good.
Oh,
It's like molten.
look at that. It's just bursting with that gooey brown sugar. Isn't that good?
Yeah.
It's really soft, right? It's so soft.
Decadent. It's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah, decadent.
Mmm. Oh yeah. Mmm. Thai howler. Oh, look at that deep layer of brown molten sugar. It's insanely sweet. Oh. Next up is the Bobo chicken skewers in the most flavor-packed, spicy and numbing broth you've ever had. Super busy, just look at this. We gotta find a spot to sit. Oh, Thai howler. Oh, this is it. This is it right here, guys. So you can see there's just all sorts of chicken parts. This is the part from the chicken feet. There's chicken organs, there's potatoes, there's lotus root, there's cauliflower, and it's all just soaked in that. And what you do is you actually just take the skewers, place them down, and then you pay for the skewers you eat. You're not paying for this whole bowl. You just pay for what you eat. Yeah. Tongue jiao de. And this one is the one that'll just numb your mouth off. And mama. Is that good?
That's really good.
Do you like the flavor?
This is so tasty, yeah.
Yeah. I love how it's got a thick sesame flavor in it.
Yeah. But not too overwhelmingly spicy.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good.
This was a full day of eating. Next, we went to have the famous Siumai steamed pork dumplings on the street side.
This is the apex of dumplings right here. Siumai in Leshan. Ni hao. Ah. Whoa. 很漂亮. 很漂亮. Doesn't that look insane? Oh. It's really simple. You just take these siumai, stuffed with pork and green onions, and dip it right into your homemade chili oil here. Cheers. Cheers. Here we go. Ooh. Mmm. Oh yeah. It's hot, right?
Yeah.
Oh. That's so good, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
The texture is like different than other dumplings.
It's totally different, and they're just stuffed plump. Look at those beauties. You got pillowy at the top. The chili oil is excellent. Look at the bottom there. You just gotta dip it right in that chili oil, and that is where the flavor comes from. That will escalate you into the next realm of dumplings. 这个多少钱？
老板请你们吃，
真的吗？
真的真的。
谢谢你们。哦，老板，老板的 box 啊，谢谢你，太好了。
哎，谢谢你。
Awesome.
这位是你吗？
哦，这个是 This is our video, yeah. She's got our video on. Oh, day.
And for our pre-dinner meal, we went for some famous Leshan blade sheared noodles with bamboo shoots. These are super spicy and are my personal favorite.
哎，好久不见，好久不见。Yeah。你可以坐外面吗？可以。好。
每人一碗刀削面吗
？3碗刀削牛肉面。你们的特色有那个笋子。好的。哦，太好吃了，太好了。谢谢你。哦，很厉害。If you see, look at these noodles. These are all blade sheared. There's a lot of cilantro, and these are all bamboo. This is all bamboo here, so that bamboo flavor is infused into this spicy, spicy chili oil broth. The noodles, well, you guys tell me what you think here.
All right.
Oh, look at those. Yeah.
Like it's thin in some parts and then thick in others. Really good.
And it's quite chewy. And you can definitely tell that there's like a lot of seasonings and spices in there. I taste like a little bit of cinnamon.
Oh yeah.
A little cinnamon. Maybe some fennel or something, but it's definitely full of spices.
And after slurping that final bowl, we made our way back to the train to Chengdu for our final meal, the most famous meal from Sichuan, hot pot. The more people, the better. So I invited a couple other friends for 6 of us in total, and we feasted on sliced meats, organs, and veg, all boiled in an insanely spicy broth, a favorite in Sichuan.
All right, let's try. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at that pork. Oh, it's covered in that spicy oil. And then you've got to dip it right into that oily cilantro. Oh. Yeah, that's good. Oh. That pork is so tender, juicy.
See, we put pork in there.
Oh, and that spice. Right now the spice is mild, but once this boils for another half hour, it's gonna be painful. And next up, we're taking the winners of the 1 million subscribers giveaway, Narendra in India, for a full-on Sichuan food adventure. It's gonna be good, guys. Let's get back into it.
And first up, after picking them up from the airport, we brought them right away to start the day the right way in China by going for classic Chinese breakfast baozi.
So I know you guys wanted to try baozi, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome. Here we are. 你好，早上好。有包子吗？这里有没有？这个是包子吗？ Okay, so we're gonna get some pork baozi and sit down on the street. 这个是猪肉对吗？哦，还没蒸完了。So these are still being cooked.
Okay.
And then when they're done, we're gonna eat up a few of those and some breakfast xiaolongbao.
They smell
delicious
already.
Yeah. 谢谢你。
哇，得香。
哦，太好了。
要西北吗？豆浆？
豆浆可以。
3碗豆浆啊。
可以，好，谢谢。And we're gonna get some soybean milk as well.
Okay.
So first we're gonna make our vinegar and chili dip right here. Oh yeah, this is really what it's all about.
That's like a jam.
That is
That's
like a jam.
Yeah.
Chili in UK is thin.
Yeah,
So we got chili oil and then a little vinegar, and you just dip your baozi and your xiaolongbao right into there. Let's go for some xiaolongbao. Oh yeah, fresh steam.
Oh, it's
So soft. Oh. Cheers. Oh yeah.
The texture is really good.
And the vinegar is quite sour.
It is, but it goes really well.
Because the inside of the pork meat is quite, not sweet, but it has a sweetness to it. That's really, really good.
Oh.
It's so soft.
Look at these. That is not a one biter. You gotta.
I was like using the hands. It does a different taste.
I like this one, how it has more of a juicy punch to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
More of a juicy punch.
This was worth it straight away.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
Next up, before going for the most insane Sichuan lunch and taking a shot of the brain, we visited my favorite local street food market in Chengdu, the super deep Supo Farmers Market, and found a ton of amazing street snacks.
We are here. One of the busiest markets in Chengdu, right here, Supo Farmers Market, and we're gonna go in and try some stuff. Oh yeah, tons of action. So another thing you have to try, of course, is roast duck. Right out of the market. Right here. 你好。哦，这个是烤鸭子对吗？
对的，烤鸭。
哦，太好了。我带我朋友们来吃你们的鸭子，因为这里的鸭子好吃的很。Oh yeah, there it is. This is what it's all about, guys.
来半只是吧？
对。
半只吗？
半只对吗？
要几只吧？脖子。
好，我吃脖子。
脖子。
Super tender. It's super
And it's super crispy, fresh, hot. Oh. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is the best part.
Whoa.
Seeing the chopping on screen and seeing in real life different things.
Yeah.
Different.
Oh yeah. She's gonna let us take a look.
上面一圈的烤的。
Oh.
你看一下。
Oh, it's full of ducks.
Oh my goodness. 烤的，说挺香的，知道吧？
挺香的。
啊，对的。
Wow, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah, you can have the aroma and smell is just coming from there alone.
我们腌制弄好了，然后来进入烤箱。
哦。
这样味道挺香的。
挺香的。
老少皆宜都好吃。
Yeah, it's very 香，很香。谢谢你，太漂亮。
好。
Let's go try it out. Wow, look at that. Beautiful crispy skinned duck, baked, roasted just right now. Grab a piece, get a nice succulent one. Oh wow. Yeah, get a piece.
Oh, go on, you take that one, go on.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Awesome. Mmm. Oh, it's so succulent.
Tender.
太好吃了。
Really, really tasty.
好吃的。Oh, it's so soft, right?
Oh my god, it's so good.
Succulent.
And the skin is nice and crispy.
Yeah.
Thai howler.
Thai howler.
Thai howler.
Next up, just beside the ducks, we found the ultimate healthy Sichuan style wraps.
So these are wheat flour pancakes. 面粉做的饼，对吗？我们在这里可以吃吗？然后选这个板，对吗？可以做一个转吗？哦，太好了。So what happens? Basically, they're making these fresh wheat flour pancakes. We choose any of these fresh veg, and then they cover it in a chili oil and make a wrap.
Okay.
So it's like a healthy Sichuan style wrap.
After choosing whatever you like from the huge selection of different fresh vegetables like asparagus lettuce, carrots, Sichuan fish root, bamboo, and more, you give it to the chef and they prepare it for you with chili oil. But today, they let us make it ourselves.
So he's gonna let us make it. 这个怎么办？
你要海椒吗？
Oh, so 海椒可以。So Sichuan chili oil. Oh, wow.
味精吗？
Weijing, a little MSG.
Needed in China. Has
Yeah,
to be done.
touch it up. Oh, that's quite a.
辣椒吗？
Oh, that's Sichuan peppercorn.
Okay. Is that
Garlic.
Yeah.
白糖、
Feichang sugar,
Okay.
and dried chili.
香油、
Xiangyou. Oh, sesame oil.
包宁醋、
Oh, vinegar. Yep, black vinegar
酱油。
and soy.
好，你自己拌。
我自己拌嘛? Okay, and then we mix it ourselves. Oh, 这样子的嘛？
可以。
这个差不多好了嘛？
全部就好了。
好，谢谢你。One of my favorite Sichuan snacks.
哎，你自己卷。
我自己卷嘛？
我给加点钱。
Okay, he's gonna let us do it.
Yes.
Oh, nice. Oh, that's
Got a
beautiful.
professional there. There you go.
Take one. Oh, it's leaking chili oil.
Chili oil. Oh.
Oh. Mmm. Mmm. Oh. Unique.
Mhm. Oh, oh, the heat's coming through.
It's definitely spicy, right?
Oh yeah. It's really refreshing though.
Yeah. It's like a minty cilantro
Yeah.
with a fish sort of aroma to it, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You can see it. Crunchy Sichuan fish root. Minty, cilantro-y. Spicy with the chili oil. The carrots. It's so fresh, right? Very healthy.
Very unique flavor.
Very unique flavor.
I can
Yeah.
see. Yeah.
And you got to come to the markets to get it just like that.
Yeah,
oh.
absolutely.
谢谢你们。
谢谢你。
太好吃了。
Wow.
拜拜。
这个中国话说的还不错。
还可以，谢谢。
好，哎。
So this here is rock sugar, and look at all the different types of rock sugar they have.
Oh, it's like Michelin.
And molasses. 这个是冰糖对吗? Yeah, rock sugar. Pretty cool,
we have
right?
this in India, it's called Michelin.
Mishi.
You get it when you go to the temple. It's like
Oh,
less
yeah.
food, but they're very, very small.
Yeah, these are
Not
big
nearly
pieces.
this scale.
Yeah, they're like more like those sizes.
These, oh yeah.
Yeah, but some of these are giant.
Pretty cool, hey?
Yeah.
Look at all the chickens here. Chicken, duck, rabbit, tofu. It's all here. And right up ahead, we're gonna go see the soul of Sichuan, dried chilies and Sichuan peppercorns.
Okay.
There's everything you can imagine here. You can get your teeth pulled out right in the market. Wow. Oh, right up here is the chilies. Look at all of these Sichuan chilies.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, wow. Oh, this is our buddy here. We see him every time. Yeah.
You're regulars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
你好，好久不见，非常想念，好久不见。This is our buddy here. He is the Sichuan peppercorn king. He's got it all here. We got green Sichuan peppercorns, red Sichuan peppercorns, dried chili. It's all here.
Yeah.
And I think we're gonna get the most numbing.
Oh, lovely.
Go to the extreme.
Might as well.
我们可以吃最麻的花椒吗？最麻的，麻的条10块。谢谢。Oh, this one is ours here. 谢谢你。And he's blending it up. Yeah. 麻的条。Okay. 谢谢你。So this is the most numbing. 麻的条。
We don't do things by halves.
Let's go right in. We got the beautiful Sichuan peppercorn, and this really is the soul of Sichuan. So many dishes here. It gives it a numbing, florally aroma to so many dishes. You can have it in so many different styles of cooking and ways. Yep. And just grab a couple, and you don't want to swallow it. Just bite it with your teeth, and then let it sit on your tongue.
Okay, babe.
All right.
All right. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Extreme.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Just wait for it.
I'll be honest, at the beginning it was a bit fruity. And I just went away within 3 seconds. And it was...
And right now it's starting to build, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's still building. It's gonna make your tongue water.
Yeah,
And your lips and your lips numb.
Woo.
And it's a florally kick.
Oh my God.
And it's gonna peak. It's still going up.
It's still going.
I haven't hit that yet. Way to wake up.
Yeah.
No jet lag for us.
It really hits your tongue, right?
Yeah. It's like...
I didn't know I could salivate this much.
You're really watering it, right?
It's that sizzling, but not like a painful sizzle, but it's like a...
Now I really know what the numbing really means. It's numb, but it's also not numb.
It's like there's a battery on your tongue.
Yes! That's it!
It's what I would imagine it would be like.
Yeah.
You had a battery in tongue?
No, surprisingly.
It's like there's a current going through
Yeah.
your lips, your
Yeah.
gums, and your tongue.
I think
receding a little bit.
I think I have hit my peak.
And you can see this is just true chili heaven. Look at this.
What?
This is true chili heaven. 这个是做辣椒面对吗? So he's pounding the chilies, making a dry chili paste here.
你们说这个打哪打的哇？是不是？
Canada. Canada, he remembers us. Yeah. Oh, and he's just making, look at all this.
Have they been oiled?
Yeah, 这个是放
A little bit of oil.
I think so. I think they put a little oil on here. 这个是放油，一点油嘛。这个油精油。
炒过的。
哦，炒过的油。Yeah, a little oil on there.
锅头炒的。
Yeah. 这个是做什么的？是哪一个？
下的这种就是。
哦，这种。So this is the final product here.
你们吃不吃辣椒？
Do you guys eat spicy? He's asking.
Yep.
Yeah.
There. Is that right?
Yeah. 对。
对。
Yeah. You can say 对.
After that insanely huge, bustling market, we made our way out for the biggest lunch feast, with tons of Sichuan spicy food pulled out to you on the back of a bicycle.
So you wanted to go deep This is deep. We're in a local neighborhood now, and right up here is a famous local fly restaurant. They call it a fly restaurant because sometimes the conditions around are questionable, but the food is insanely delicious. Oh yeah. Oh, look at this. Look at this here. So this is 这个是折耳根嘛？对。So this is fish root and可以。这个是什么豆？胡豆。Oh, okay, yeah, exactly. And 这个是用辣椒油做的，对吗？太好了。还有后面有很多。你好。That's our buddy back there. Let's go see what we've got. There's lots of food in the back. This is a famous local fly restaurant in Chengdu. 你好。你好。Look at this. 很多美食的。这个是豆瓣鱼吗？对，豆瓣鱼。Oh, look at that. That is broadbean fish. Oh, there's just so much stuff here, guys. All cooked in Sichuan flavor. It's all here. 这个是鸡杂吗？这是叫酸脆。So the chicken organs. 猪的。猪的。猪的方法跟鸭子的菌干。The pig and the duck organs. And just look at all this here. A lot of food here. And you can just take whatever you like. Look at this, guys. The food comes from a bike, straight from the kitchen. Oh, this is what we came for. Look at this. This is pig brain tofu. This is all pig brain. Look at this. Isn't that crazy?
It's crazy. That's crazy.
So take a look here, guys. This is liangfen, which is mung bean starch jelly. And she's just covering it in chili oil and onion. Oh, 谢谢你. Look at that. 这个是鸭子对吗？鸭子对。Tea smoked duck. 可以来一个吗？ Awesome. And then 这个是腊肉吗？卤肉 and then stewed pork, and it's all here. Tons of different home-cooked stir-fried dishes. And what's so beautiful is you can just roll up and see what comes from the bike. And please. Oh, 在那边吗？ And then they've also got steamed dishes as well. Hi. 你好。好久不见。这个是咸烧白吗？ Oh, look at this.
韩烧饼、粉蒸肉都有。
这个是甜烧白。
甜的。
咸烧白在哪里？
咸的还没马上出来。
Okay, so we've got the 咸烧白, which is pickled mustard greens and fatty pork, and we're gonna get that as well. Oh yeah, so the kitchen is right here, and they just load the dishes right in. Oh yeah, look at this. So they just load the dishes right into the bike. So and this here is swantayu pickled veg with fish and rice noodles. Isn't that just a beautiful scene? And then he walks it back, and they just get picked out. And then this here is our xian xiaobai, which is pickled mustard greens and fatty pork, and we're gonna get that. 太好了，谢谢你。Oh yeah, look at that fatty pork. 太漂亮。So we've got a beautiful Sichuan lunch feast, classic dish right here. This is tofu naohua, which is tofu with pig brain, and you can see the brain in there. Oh, look at that.
Oh my goodness.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Tofu with pig brain. You can see the brain there. And then over here, we've got huangliangfen, which is starch jelly, mung bean starch jelly covered in like a broadbean paste, so a salted broadbean paste with chili and chili oil. And then we've also got a tea smoked duck. The xian xiaobai, which is what you guys said you wanted to try. You told me you wanted to try that, right? So fatty pork with preserved pickled mustard greens. Look at all the greens in there. There's a bit of pickled chili in there as well. And then we've also got fish root with broad beans in a chili oil. And Narendra, when you made your entry to come on this tour, you said you wanted to take a shot of the brain.
I'm gonna be trying anything I can, anything and everything.
Your video.
Even the brain, I'm gonna take a shot of it. I'll take a shot.
I think I made some mistakes in my life.
Let's just oh, look at that. Let's all get a bit of chili oil in there.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, there you go.
That's good, Trevor.
Is that enough?
I think that's a single. We don't need a double shot.
That's a single shot?
Single's fine, yeah, single's fine. I'll go with the single.
There you go. And I'll do it with you. I'll do it with you. We're going in as a team.
Oh goodness.
I'll cheer from the sideline.
You want to try?
I'll cheer from the sideline.
Do you want to try?
I'll get a double shot.
Oh, you're brave.
Actually, that's a single. Cheers, buddy. So you want to let it just melt in your mouth. You don't want to swallow it right away.
All right.
All right, cheers.
Okay.
Mmm. Oh yeah.
Got any words, Baya?
Any comments? Or is it pretty nasty?
Okay. It was not as bad as I thought.
Oh.
It was still disgusting.
Oh.
I'll be fair. Okay. The texture is not for me, but the taste was not stinky or odory.
It's just.
So I think it's pretty well cooked brain, but I don't think brain is for me in general.
I think the texture is what's hard to pass, right?
It's like extreme tofu.
It's like extreme buttery, slippery, slimy tofu. But it's also got that fermented broadbean, so it's salty and fragrant and chili. I rather enjoy it, but I think I kind of had a similar feeling the first time I tried it. It's like, whoa. What's going on here?
Brain here?
After taking a couple bites of delicious mung bean jelly noodles with that salty fermented broadbean paste, the bike came by and brought the king dish of Sichuan, twice cooked pork.
Oh, and twice cooked pork. Can we 可以来一个回锅肉吗? We're gonna take a 回锅肉. Oh, nice. Look at this. And when you see 回锅肉, twice cooked pork, you have to eat it. Look at that.
Oh, it smells really good.
And that's what's so fun about this little hole in the wall here, is that the food just comes on the bike and you grab whatever looks good. So twice cooked pork, and then so these are actually garlic bolts, the green. Mmm. Oh.
Wow.
It had a smoky, salty flavor.
Yeah. It's like Sichuan bacon.
It's
to me.
Yes,
bacon.
perfect. Yes, absolutely.
Perfect, soft and juicy Sichuan bacon, right?
All other bacon's gonna be subpar now.
Yeah.
After tasting all of the dishes, like the fatty pork with mustard greens and the amazing and juicy tea-smoked duck, a local Dingding Candyman came by with perfect timing for us to enjoy a local Sichuan sweet.
你好，这个是什么？丁丁，丁丁糖嘛？
心太软。看看嘛，这是我拿来打广告的心太软。
这个不是丁丁糖，
这个是心太软。
是什么做法？是什么？
酒米麦芽煮的。
哦，酒米是糯米做的嘛？
对。
Oh, so it's sticky rice actually. Sticky rice. It's gonna be hard and chewy. Try it out. It's like a brittle sticky rice street snack. 谢谢你. And careful, put it on your back teeth. It's gonna be really chewy. Yeah. Oh, back teeth.
慢慢一点嘛。
Oh.
好不好吃？
It's a little citrusy, right?
A little bit, yeah.
It's like taffy.
我都上过成都电视台的心太软嘛。
心太软。
哎。
跟丁丁汤差不多嘛。
哎，对。
So this is
上过成都电视台的心。
classic Dingding tang here.
没多少钱的。
You like?
It's like taffy.
Yeah.
那个
Citrusy, quite fresh.
感觉可不可以？
太好吃了。
It's got a sesame taste as well.
Yeah. 这个有芝麻。
Yeah, 有陈皮。
陈皮. Oh yeah, and orange skin.
Oh, that's why it's citrusy.
Yeah. So 陈皮, orange skin, 芝麻.
哎，对，OK。
每天卖多少？
啊？
每天卖多少这个？
每天卖得到1称80嘛，10来斤。
哦。
10来斤。
It's really nice, hey?
It's got a nice chew to it. You don't have to chew it for 10 minutes.
他们都晓得心太软嘛，你看他们都没。
英国人。
我多拿一点你们。
They say, are they Indian?
Yeah.
Yeah, 印度的英国人。英国人的印度人。Like Indian English, 对对对。英国人的印度人，对对对。
哎，你们哪个国家的？
Where are you from?
Indoran.
英国人。
印度好。
对。
哎，印度这个，哎。
英贵。
印度。
I think they're talking. Where are they from? In India or England? 谢谢你，好吃的。谢谢你，太好吃了。And people are so friendly. 好，拜拜，谢谢。
We still have 6 amazing street foods to eat, because this is the ultimate Chinese street food tour. So make sure to watch all the way until the end, because this is non-stop spicy goodness.
All right, so you guys said you wanted to try some organ soup, right?
Yeah.
And right up here, this is Feichang intestine noodles. Oh, and look at this. He's making the sweet potato starch noodles. Oh, so they put the dough in. Wow. Come take a look, come take a look. So he's putting sweet potato starch dough in there. So these are sweet potato starch noodles. Oh yeah, and they're boiling it, and then they come out down here. Isn't that beautiful?
How is it even going through the sieve? It's like a liquid and a solid at the same time.
Yeah, it's that's the consistency of it. And you can see over here, that's the dough right there.
It's a pretty wet dough.
It's a wet dough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these are the noodles, and then this is the Feichang, the intestines. And they're actually tied into little knots, see? So this is like a big intestine broth. And then they've got the pre-made bowls of chili oil, lard, and onions. And then they pour the broth and the intestines and the noodles all in. Thai bangla. Thai bangla.
It smells a bit like sausages.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
You can see, oh, look at them all coming down there. Wow. 可以吃3碗肥肠粉吗？大的。大的。谢谢。加肥肠。So you can see they're taking the noodles, these sweet intestine noodles, and they're boiling these in the broth, and then they take these bowls here and they put them right in. Oh, beautiful. And then they're gonna add intestine as well. And the broth has a rich intestine aroma.
Yeah.
It smells crazy. Hey, oh, Endo Feichang. Wow. Isn't that crazy? Yes, yeah. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? That's massive. Yeah.
It smells so good.
Yeah. It has a rich intestine aroma, right?
Yeah, it does.
And he's gonna make the next bowl.
Smell the chili.
Smell the
Yeah.
chili.
Smell it. Oh.
It's crazy. Beautiful. Take a look at this guy. I ordered extra big and small intestine chopped up. And you can see on the outside there, there's just all of the dried chili that they put into the broth. Oh, it's an intestine, pure intestine broth. You want to mix it up a little bit? A little vinegar?
Yes, please.
There you go. Mmm.
It's not as bad as I thought again. I think I'm a changed man on the intestines.
Oh, really
yeah.
good.
Oh.
Oh.
God, it's a giant piece of intestine.
Yeah.
Can I take a jump out of that? Yeah?
They're good and fatty.
Really
It's actually
good.
tasty, yeah.
It's really tasty.
And the noodles have a really unique
So
consistency,
Yeah,
right?
I've never had noodles like this.
Mm.
It's almost like it's a rice noodle, but it's not as bitey as a rice noodle.
Yeah, it's smoother.
It's a lot smoother, a
Yeah.
little bit more of a slime.
Yeah.
谢谢你。
太好了，
太好了。
太好了，谢谢你们。好，拜拜，拜拜，拜拜。
Next up, before enjoying the most aromatic bowl of Sichuan dandan noodles, we went for the ultimate midday snack in Chengdu, the crispy fried and spicy and mouth-numbing beef guokui.
All right, guys, so I know you also really wanted to try the Guokui, right? The beef biscuit, and look at this, right here. Oh, 你好。哦，你好。哦。
你大大的好。
这里做的Guokui对吗？
哎，对，现在只有猪肉的喽。
哦，有猪肉 so they have beef, pork filling， 还有这个是牛肉对吗？
那个是牛肉的。
哦，都有 so they have pork filling biscuit and beef. Right here, they're stuffing these dough strips with beef, and there's Sichuan peppercorn in this beef.
Oh yeah.
So then you see he's gonna roll it up. Oh, It's
like an orange color to the.
It's mainly beef. 这个是牛肉还有什么？牛肉、猪肉一起吗？哦，牛肉和猪肉。Oh, so it's actually beef and pork mix. 牛肉、猪肉还有一点猪油嘛？And some lard， 还有花椒对吗？哦 ，and some peppercorn。哦，还有你们的独家秘方。And a little bit of their secret they won't tell us. Yeah. 哦，听不懂啊！我介绍你们的美食。我说这里太香了，太好吃了。And then this is the station where they fry them in oil, and afterwards, underneath here is an oven, and they put them under, and then they crisp them up. 每天买好多锅盔？1000多2000多吗？ They sell more than 1,000 of these every day.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the color.
Beautiful.
Gaining color nicely. Oh, it's gonna become nice and really golden.
Wow, that's mesmerizing, isn't it?
Yeah.
做这个累吗？
很累了。
很累吗？Yeah. He says it's tiring.
为了生活就感觉没有好那么累了。
没有那么累。So but if you enjoy your life like this, it's okay. Yeah. 享受生活对吗？
对。
Yeah.
Seems like lots of people in Chengdu have this outlook.
Yeah.
这就是中国的功夫啊。
中国的功夫。He says it's Chinese kung fu.
很棒的。
Oh, here we go.
The oven.
Right into the oven. Oh, wow. And that's gonna crisp it up. Because right now they're a little bit oily, but now this is just gonna give it an outer crisp. So the outside is gonna be crispy, and the inside is gonna be soft and fluffy. 中国的美食太好吃了。
太多了，中国的人多嘛，必须要做点好吃的嘛。
Oh, here they come.
你看。
Oh, wow.
哇塞！
哇，太香了。
哇塞
Isn't that beautiful?
Yeah.
这个就是最巴适的锅盔了。
The best Guokui, that's what he says. Oh, yeah.
你看那小口的鸟。
谢谢你。Oh, wow. They're intensely hot.
Yeah.
And actually, you're going to want to be really careful with these.
Yeah.
Because they are intensely hot. So, you can actually just break a little bit. Oh, loosen it up. Cheers. Oh, yeah. Mmm. Oh, wow. 太好吃了。Wow.
It has a real Sichuan peppercorn
It does.
taste to it, yeah.
A florally numbing.
Florally numbing, yeah.
You like it?
Yeah.
It's actually a little fatty and fluffy on the inside, but the outside is so nice and crispy. Oh, it's a pure beef biscuit of joy.
I guess this is your favorite thing.
As of yet, my favorite thing. This one takes the cake.
Really?
The outside's crispy and crunchy and has this nuttiness from the sesame, and the inside's soft and meaty and delicious and so good. It's juicy. It would fit your every mood you have.
Yeah. 谢谢你们。下次见。好，拜拜。哦。
祝你旅途愉快。
谢谢。
朋友。
谢谢。太好吃了。
谢谢。
Next up, we went to try Sichuan's #1 noodle dish, the dandan noodles, along with a hot bowl of Sichuan dumplings. Right on the street side, this is what it's all about.
So I know you guys wanted to try dandan noodles, zajiang noodles. Right up ahead, there's a little noodle stall. We're gonna get a bowl of zajiang noodles and hot chili oil dumplings.
Ooh.
Let's go try it out. 你好，好久不见。昨天见了。
好久不见。
哦，我带我朋友们来。
记性好，忘性大。
啊。我带我朋友们介绍你们的面。
好的。
So we've got ground pork sauce. 这个是排骨 spare rib, and then neuro, and then beef.
这个是Feichang.
Oh, and Feichang. You can get intestine as well.
这个是烧肉。
Oh, and 烧肉，猪肉。
香锅烧猪肉。
Oh, mushroom pork.
Okay. 这个是鸡杂。
Oh, 鸡杂 and chicken organ as well. And then
酸菜肉丝。
酸菜肉丝, which is pickled veg, and sliced pork. But we're gonna get the classic right here, which is ground pork over top of zajiang noodles. 可以来3碗 zajiang 面吗？
还叫烧点儿，比酒来烧低点儿。
地道的味道，要正宗的，正宗的。对，还有3碗红油水饺，一两，对，
面是2两，
对，
饺子1两。
对。So these are our bowls here. That's a little bit of oil, 香油, 花椒, Sichuan peppercorn, ground up, little MSG for the flavor, and zajiang. That is sesame paste. The real magic right there. Chili oil.
I was gonna say my mouth's salivating again, but it
Yeah.
might just be the Sichuan peppercorn.
Yeah.
这个是醋吗？
这个是酱油，
酱油。
这个是醋。
Okay.
这个面
Soy
不能
sauce.
放醋，你要醋单独给你放。
Oh, how? Just soy sauce, no vinegar.
Okay.
Yatsai pickled mustard greens.
Okay.
Just adding a little cabbage on there. This is the zajiang ground pork, the shaozi, and adding a little bit of green onion. He's just plating our jiaozi. Oh, there they are. So we got 3 bowls of zhong shui jiao and 3 bowls of zajiang mian, and she kind of mixed ours up already, but Narendra, she didn't mix yours, so let's all just mix ours up together and take a look what's on the bottom. And you got to mix them up quick and get that chili oil. Oh yeah, look at the chili oil on the bottom. It just coats the noodles perfectly. Wow. Try and lift it up. Yeah. There you go. That's the way.
So good. Smells amazing.
And then the same deal for these zhong shui jiao. Oh, look at those. And the specialty here is that they put a little sugar in, so it's gonna be slightly sweet. This is your first bite of zajiang noodle, right?
First
Yeah,
ever.
first bite.
First ever.
Let's do it.
For it. There's like a creaminess to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creamy.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what it is. Oh, and I just love how the silkiness of the noodles. And it's so creamy, right?
Yeah.
You really got to make sure it's mixed up so you get that flavor evenly throughout.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that. Get one totally covered like that.
Oh.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Awesome.
All right.
I taste a little garlic in there.
Yeah. Garlicky. And it's
I get the sweetness.
Sweet.
From the
And
sugar.
the pork as well.
And plump.
Yeah.
And plump. Right on the
chili
street.
sauce is really good as well.
Yeah. Shatsa Jen.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Next up, we went to another local market to find more street foods before our huge hot pot dinner feast, and found an amazing Sichuan pickles stall with tons of different pickled vegetables like carrots, radish, and ginger. But the best part was getting to meet the super friendly vendor.
谢谢你. Oh! Did you try yours? Oh!
最好吃的这是，挺好吃的。好，他们是哪个国家的人吗？
英国。
英国呀。
Yeah. 英国。
英国好。
对。
都加馒头吃的。
She loves feeding us.
对吧？这个是加馒头，来，小郑。好。
Wow, that's fantastic. 哦，这个是泡青菜。And she's just feeding us more and more. Wow. 可以吃吗？
可以。
你也要吃吗？
我要吃啊，可以。
可以吗
？OK。
都可以吃啊，能不能？
哦。
挺好吃的。好多那个。
有一点烟熏的味道嘛。
哦，就是嘛，就是。
A little smoky, right?
这个很好吃的。
Huge pickled cabbage.
那个不咸，你吃嘛这个。
You said it's not too salty.
那个不咸，再吃一个嘛。
It's so much. It's so much food. I've become literally full in the last like 5 minutes. Not even that much food.
太好吃了.
For our final meal, we went to go enjoy an extremely spicy Sichuan hot pot at the best hot pot restaurant in Chengdu.
So no trip to Chengdu would be complete without having Sichuan hot pot, Sichuan huoguo, and this is one of my favorite joints here, Bashu Dajai Men huoguo. So we're gonna line up. There's a lineup here, and try it out. 你好，思维。 Isn't that beautiful?
You can taste the peppercorns and like the chili just from the air. You know,
Oh,
taste
yeah.
like salivating, waiting for it.
It's in the lungs.
Oh, already, yeah.
After choosing off your choice of meats and vegetables, you make a sesame oil dip with vinegar, garlic, cilantro, and oyster sauce. And then you boil the meats.
So you take any of your ingredients, and this is the sunny pork here. Oh yeah, and you just get it covered in that egg yolk and put it right in. Look at that. Oh, deep in the broth.
So it entirely disappears.
Oh.
It's gone.
There we go. And get it in there. It's in another world.
And after the meats boil just a couple minutes, you get that first hit of beef oil and that chili and that peppercorn all over the soft meat, and it's true painful joy.
So you take your beef. You can see actually the peppercorns, some of the peppercorns are still on there, right?
Yeah. Cool.
So that'll
give you a kick.
That'll give you a kick. And then you dip it into your oil and get a bit of garlic and cilantro in there. Let's try it out. And let's just keep going, guys. There's so much more food in this video that I know you're gonna love, and it just keeps getting better and better. Let's get back into it. 这个是分蒸牛肉，在这个面包里面，对吗？哦。
The Feichang roe is a steamed spicy beef. It's found all throughout Sichuan, but here in Leshan, they make it into a breakfast pocket. It's first steamed with chilies and rice powder, and then they add a little pickled radish and some sliced potato.
这个是辣椒味精哦 ，OK， 好，可以，可以哦 ，and some Sichuan pepper. Look at that. That's raw ground Sichuan peppercorn. Oh, that's gonna be a great morning. Oh, it's like a little pocket of glee. She's just gonna plop it in there. Oh, 这个是萝卜吗？ Oh, that is pickled radish and medela. Oh, 谢谢. It's stuffed in a Chinese mo bread. This is like a Chinese Leshan breakfast sandwich. Whoa! I was not expecting that. 那个牛肉，那个分蒸牛肉很好吃的，有一点点甜，对吗？你放一点糖嘛。有一点甜，这个很有特色的味道。Wow, the bread is so soft, and the Feichang roe is really soft too. There's that steamed rice meal on it, which is really has a nice, super soft mouthfeel. Spicy, it's a little sweet. That's what's unique about this one. I've never tried a Feichang roe like that before.
And next up, I went to try another specialty Chinese street food found in Leshan, the danhonggao. It's a dark brown sugar pastry, quickly crisped, and then baked in a coal oven on the street side.
特别注意，
特别注意，太烫嘛。
啊，对，太烫了。
哦，特别注意，太烫了。
啊，对。
哦。That looks really good. 里面烫，太烫了嘛。Oh, careful. Oh, look at that fresh coal oven. Look at that hot coal oven. Oh, I'll put it right in there. You can smell that. This is exciting. Come to Leshan for food and you won't be disappointed. Oh, that gooey brown sugar. Oh, wow. Be careful. Oh, 太烫了. Oh, look at that. Look on the inside. Oh, it's all brown sugar. 很多。
糖好吃，好吃。
好吃吗？
真的好吃。
Oh, it's like a pocket of gooey brown sugar on the inside there. I gotta go in. I gotta go right for the kill.
你看嘛，专门来吃的。他喜欢吃的，专门早起来吃。
Oh.
专门早起来嘛。
Oh, you can taste that thick, super sweet brown sugar. And this bread is really soft. It's like super soft, almost delicate like bread with that smoky aroma from the coal. 真的好吃. It's dripping, it's oozing with ultra sweet, sticky brown sugar.
And now we're getting to the good stuff. Next up is Leshan's specialty own handmade steamed dumplings, the Siumai. You can find Siumai in Cantonese cuisine too, but here in Sichuan, the specialty is in the way they're wrapped, being pinched rather loosely, so they almost look like a flower.
你好，这个是你们的特色的烧麦，对吗？
特色。
哦哦哦，手工做的吗？
手工做的。
哦，这个面粉是。
小心不要烫的。
哦，很烫嘛。
对。
哦，乐山的特色烧麦是什么馅儿？
猪肉大葱，
猪肉、大葱、
猪肉大葱
pork and onions。乐山的烧麦，香港也有烧麦，对吗？广东也有烧麦。
都有，这馅儿不一样，
馅儿不一样，
片儿也不一样，
片儿也不一样，不一样的做法。
哎，不一样做法。
哦，那我可以在这里吃一笼吗
可以欢？迎
在外面做。
啊，
哦，真的吗？哦，很大的烧麦。这个味精，哦，哦盐 ，OK。So we've got it all. We got it all here. Look at these beauties. This is special Siumai from Leshan. I had no idea you could come all the way to Sichuan to get Siumai, just like in Hong Kong, but these have to be much different. You've got chili oil here. Oh, 这个汤吧？汤。哦，这个是什么汤？鸡肉的汤。哦 ，chicken soup. 还有海带，对吗？还有一个海带。They also give you pure MSG if you want to add to your chili oil and salt. But I know already I don't need those. I like the pure flavor. So we're just gonna dip that siumai in. It's not beautiful, but that's what's beautiful about it. The skin on here, it's almost papery. So it has a really unique texture. It's kind of papery here, and then soft here. What's really nice about this is the hongyou, the chili oil. It tastes like homemade, smoky, and very xiang, as they say in Chinese. That's what it's all about, this homemade hongyou chili oil. It's fresh with packed chili flavor, smoky and delicious, in these nice, juicy, plump, papery siumai.
A little later, I passed by a shop serving blade sheared noodles right there on the street side, and I couldn't resist but to stop for a bowl of their beef noodle soup with bamboo shoots. Oh, that red braised sauce is so spicy and flavorful, to die for.
We have some classic Dao Xiao Mian here, blade sheared noodles, right on the street side in Leshan. Honestly, the street food scene here is off the hook. That is what it's all about. Look at these beef blade sheared noodles. Here, let's try that. That is spectacular. Take me to the next level noodles right here. Look at how thick that Hongshao sauce is. It's oily as well, so it sticks onto the noodles, and you get a mouthful of flavor that just coats every taste bud you have.
Oh. And after that came a spicy lunch feast of Bobo, the special skewered cooked veg and chicken innards and organs. They're soaked in a cold spiced oily soup with two special variations. One, it's a clear peppercorn broth that's spicy and numbing, and the other is infused with thousands of chilies, so it's spicy and fragrant.
哦，这个是你们的钵钵鸡。是啊。钵钵鸡是乐山的特色吗？
这里有菜单，你可以看一下。
这个是红油吗？
是，这我们经典口味。
哦，你们的经典口味。哦。
后面的芝麻很香。
对，我要说那个芝麻很香，很重的。
你可以这样拿出来，这个筷子把它夹在盆里，再捏来吃。
哦，
你可以这样吃。
然后那个红油越来越香，越来越辣，对吗？很舒服的。
我们用的油都是正宗的油。
正宗的油。
对对。
Oh, you just take what you want and don't use chopsticks, and then they pass it on to the next customer. So it's all the chicken innards, chicken pieces, chicken feet, kidneys, organs, wings, everything. And then there's a few vegetables in here as well. And I got a couple cute little kids watching me here.
你是什么人？
我是从成都来这里。
你的声音我老是都觉得很奇怪。
很奇怪吗？
因为你不听。
什么很奇怪？
你的声音。
哦，我的声音嘛。但是你听得懂吗？
听得懂。
你听得懂吗？
听得懂啊。
那没问题。如果你学第二个语言，每一个人有口音，对吗？ This that is colorful. It's like Christmas Day. You've got red and green fresh chilies in an ultra numbing danhonggao oil, which is raw Sichuan peppercorn, like green right from the stalk and full of veg. This is what it's all about. You gotta dip it in the numbing and cold and refreshing oil. 我尝一尝。哦，那个花椒，很重的。In Chinese, they say xiang, which means fragrant, but it really means that the flavor is bursting and infused into everything. So your mouth just comes alive with every bite. And that is what this is right here. It's more than fragrant. It's xiang.
And after exploring around the back alleys of Leshan, I found a deep and dark stall serving Leshan's special sweet-skinned duck, a super succulent and flavorful duck that's boiled in oil and covered in rock sugar water.
We're gonna have a special tianpiya, sweet-skinned duck. 你好。哦，这里是乐山的tianpiya嘛？哦，哦 ，look at this。
半只就20几块钱。
20块。
20几块钱。
那我买半只。哦，那个tianpiya，乐山的tianpiya很有名，对吗？哦。Look at that. That's what it's all about. The sweet skinned duck in Leshan. Whoa. 很好吃。That is really good. 一点甜，一点咸，鱼香味。That is ultra superior sweet skinned duck here.
And then for a pre-dinner snack, I came to try the famous Leshan tofu brain, aka doufu now. It's made with silken tofu, red braised beef broth, chili oil, preserved vegetables, peanuts, garlic, and cilantro. And you can order it with steamed spiced beef as well.
Tofu now. Tofu now 里面有什么东西？
又可以加牛肉肥肠。
牛肉，但是 tofu now 最基本的东西是什么？辣椒、油、
味精。
味精。
花椒。
辣椒、味精、花椒。好，谢谢。分成牛肉。
哦，对。
可以加哦 ，that's 很漂亮。
也是的，中国话。
一般般。So this is the Leshan tofu now, tofu brain. They take a douhua, which is like silken tofu. They load it up with chilies and oil and spice. And this is Feichang roll. This is what I had in that breakfast sandwich type this morning. Oh, look at that. It looks spicy and crunchy. And then they add hongshufen in there, which is sweet potato starch noodles. So it's a real mixture of textures and flavors in one bite. That's pretty salty. It's really salty. You can taste that it's like loaded with MSG because it's very flavorful and spicy as well. It's like an MSG spice bomb.
And for the final meal of the night, I came to try the special chow jiao beef soup. You can order up any part of the cow you want. So I went for the regular beef soup plus a bowl of beef penis soup for your entertainment value, adding on a bowl of spicy and numbing pork blood too.
这个都是哦血吧？这个是猪的血吗？
哦，猪的。
猪的血。
哦。
哦，这个很有名吗？
还有啊。
那我可以吃一碗猪血吗？还有你们的潮椒牛肉。你们有牛鞭吗？我听说有牛鞭。真的吗？
真的。
可以看吗？在哪里？可以看吗？
这个就是一根根的切好的，你看。
切好的什么？
哦，牛鞭。
牛鞭。哦，这个是切好的牛鞭。哦，冻嘛。哦 ，it's frozen cow penis 牛鞭的。哦，好吃吗？
哦，这个肯定营养成分最好的。
最好的吗？哦。这个对身体好吗？
肯定这个好得很。
对男人好还是女人好？
男人女人都可以。
你都可以吗？为什么喜欢吃这个？
因为这个是纯天然的，没有加任何东西。
哦，天然的。
它那个牛肉没有喂过饲料，全是山上放养出来的。它跟猪肉就不一样了。
Oh, it's all from nature. Okay. 所以这个是潮椒牛肉。
这个就是牛鞭嘛，这个就是荞酒牛肉，这个可以蘸一点辣椒。
蘸一点辣椒。
哦，它这个也可以蘸点，这个汤多喝点，喝了不够给你们免费加。
哦。
你的中文说得很好。
明白。
这有米饭。
很有营养。好，谢谢你。
你是哪个国家的呀？
加拿大。
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 加拿大的人肤色好。
还可以，还可以。
慢慢用哈。
谢谢你。Okay, we have a full-on feast here. This is the beef penis soup. Look at those big chunks of penis. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm gonna eat this. And over here, this is the chao jiao nuro. This is a Sichuan Leshan specialty right from this town, Leshan. It's like in a rich beef stock. This is like a pork blood. This is called mao shui wang. This is pork blood in a hot chili oil. Oh, look at all that chili oil. Ma lao wei dao with fresh green onions on top. Oh man, can't believe I'm doing this. Dip it into the dried chili flakes and take a bite. Oh, that's rubbery. It's just like the first time I had penis in Malaysia. It's rubbery. Tastes like cartilage or tendon or tripe. It doesn't have much flavor. You taste that. It's just like nicely sliced, soft beef in a really, really nutritious and hearty beef broth. Let's try that out. Oh yeah. That is much better than the penis. And the beef is so hearty. This is pork blood in a really thick chili oil. Look at all that chili oil. We're gonna try that out. Oh, that is salty. Oh, that is really salty, quite oily. The pork blood is really soft. It's like a really light pudding. It's like a pork blood pudding. 你们每天买这个牛弟弟？牛鞭这个？
一根。
一根。
哦，
每天有一个弟弟。
哦。
哦。一根。哦。哦好，谢谢。好。
有时间再来玩。
好。
楼3好。
好，谢谢。好，拜拜。拜拜。好，拜拜。
And the next thing you gotta try are the tianshui mian and huangliangfen noodles right across from the most famous Buddhist monastery in the city, Wenshu
tianshui mian 还有huangliangfen对12块好 Okay, so there was no spot to sit inside, so I'm outside now. I've got two classic Sichuan snack foods you've got to try. One here is the tianshui mian, literally translated as sweet water noodles. It's covered in this super oily, super spicy chili sauce, and then this plum sort of sweet sauce with sugar and a little MSG on there for the kick. Now this one over here is a huangliangfen, and basically it's sliced cold mung bean jelly covered in a chili oil as well with a little bit of douhua fermented broadbean paste, Sichuan specialty, and a lot of chilies garnished with a little bit of green onions. First thing we're gonna try is the huangliangfen. Let's just try a bit here. Oh wow. I just got a hit of Sichuan peppercorn. I think you really gotta mix that up because there is raw Sichuan peppercorns in there. That is salty, oily, spicy, and this one definitely has its fair share of Sichuan peppercorn. You will have a numb mouth after eating this. So look at that. Mix those noodles up. It's just like a beautiful snack food. Let's try that out. 太好吃了. Wow. That's really nice and sweet and spicy. There's a little bit of huajiaofen in there. As usual in Sichuan, it's a little prickly, a little numbing. But the best part is how it's slightly fruity. Okay, so next up is the Chinese danhonggao, which is like a street crepe. Really cool. We're in a local area here, super local. There's a lot of people hanging out, playing mahjong, chilling. There's so much to explore here. And one of the things that I've been dying to try here is the danhonggao, Chinese street crepe. Let's take a taste. 你好，很棒。Wow. 很厉害。你的乖味，我听说你是很有名，是吗？
啊，很，其他那几样都好吃。
都好吃。
都好吃，这3、5样都好吃。
你在这里多久
？25年了。
25 years at this place， 太棒了，太棒了。
太棒。
Wow. Got all these different danhonggao here, and I have this tongtang bingfen here, which is like this super sweet, cold, jelly-like soup. 请问这个红汤冰粉是什么？红汤冰粉是什么？
云南冰子。
哦。
云南上等冰子，去那里浆制出来的。
哦，还有红汤是吗？红汤。我要尝尝你的怪味，怪味是大头菜的是吗？麻辣的。
麻辣的。
有很多成都人来这里找这个地方是吗？
哦，找这个地方。
你的爸爸教你怎么做这个吗？还是你自己学习？自己学习。
哦。跟人们现在的口味，川菜的发展，也是搞那个北岸。
这个肯定很难做的是吗？我要尝尝。很有特色的。It almost tastes like Chinese medicine mixed with Coca-Cola, licorice, and brown sugar with these jelly blobs.
Next, I stumbled on a little noodle joint in a back alley run by a lady who generously mixed my noodles up for me.
Okay,谢谢. The full service here.
你别喊我，你别忙嘛，你别着急。
也有一点芽菜是吗？芽菜、芝麻酱。海椒、红油、白菜。Oh, look at that. 酱油，还有酱油、芝麻酱。Those dried chilies. 哇，太好了。哦，泡菜。Oh, and some pickled vegetables too. 谢谢。哇。
好不好吃？
哇，很棒。谢谢。那个味道 ，it's 有一点辣，是吗？有一点辣，但是很香。然后那个芽菜的味道也很好吃的。芝麻酱，对。Let's get some douhua here. 什么味道的douhua？
有麻辣的，有甜的。
麻辣的douhua。
你是哪个国家的？你中文讲的对。
我是加拿大的。
加拿大的。
哦，太好了，辣椒，酱油，黄豆，
大豆菜。
哦，太好了，葱，盐。
我都是听他的中文来讲的好，我来蘸一下。
哦，花椒粉，味精啊，谢谢。香油。
加不加醋？一般不加。
这个是什么？
香油、芝麻油。
哦，芝麻油。
豆腐不要加醋了，加醋不好吃。
啊，哦，太好了，谢谢你。Oh yeah, so this is douhua. Basically like a bowl of mushy tofu. 哇，那个很辣。
有麻有辣。
Yeah, 有麻有辣。That's a very core flavor here in Sichuan. Basically, your mouth starts to water. You get this feeling like your tongue is sort of curling up. It's watering, it's prickly, and then mixed with spicy. This is really nice because it's soft, but the soybeans are also crunchy. So one of the things that's almost as good as eating the food is to explore the markets. There's so much to try. Just like this here, I'm at a local little bakery. 你好。这个糖油果子可以吃一块吗？2块。好。一个。Take a look here, 糖油果子, little sticky rice balls covered in red sugar on the outside, white sugar on the inside. We're gonna try it out. 很好。That's unbelievably chewy. Look at that. You can see that thick layer of sticky rice on the inside. It's sweet, covered in white sugar, and that is just heaven. That is pure fatty, oily, deep fried, sticky rice heaven.
Another thing you must try in Sichuan is the stuffed and deep-fried beef guokui flatbread. It's filled with either beef or pork, and after it's deep-fried, it's put in the oven to crisp. So you're left with an oily and crispy stuffed flatbread that will leave you satisfied. It's absolutely to die for.
Whoa! Wow. That is magic. It's like saturated with oil, yet crispy at the same time. So when you bite into it, you get like this juicy, oily texture that's really satisfying. And the beef, actually, it's just slightly sprinkled with ground beef throughout, but the best part is that it's like prickly. 有一点麻，有一点麻，很好吃的。So next up here is the 这个叫什么？宣血旺。So the blood soup on the street here. Look at all that. 这个是猪肉的血，猪血。OK。然后你用那个辣椒油。
辣椒是猪油了。
哦，这个是。
这个是花椒，
花椒、盐、
味
精，很多味精。
这是猪板油，
猪肉的油。
猪板油。
哦，太棒了 ！Look at all that pig blood. Oh my god.
都是
青菜。
对。
太好了。
拿上筷子，我们在一起筷子。
你有筷子吗？
马上叫老板。
OK， 谢谢。Wow, look at that huge bowl of pig blood， 还有猪油。
对，全是猪油做的。
猪油不是辣椒油。
不是辣椒。
用猪油。
对，猪油。
猪油。
这个味道是独家均匀，这个味道。
啊，太好了，谢谢。
这个好吃。
你每天买几碗？
每天啊，这里一天买5-6个碗。
5-6个那么大的。真的吗？
真的。
This is all pig blood. Get a deep piece there. Pig blood in a bunch of oil, chili oil. Get some cilantro on there. Oh, 很辣。
很辣。你没喝这还要辣，还要麻了，还有花椒没喝炫。
哦。
把花椒喝炫了。
这个很特色的。
对，这个没有人做出这个味道的。
就是你。
对，只有我有。
就是你吗？
对，只有我。
没有别人。
没有别人。
哇。
这个味道只有我家人有。
很厉害。It's actually not bad. It tastes like pig blood in really spicy oil. 差不多是猪血很辣的，是这个味道是吗？谢谢。
不谢。
太好了。So this is another one of the things you can try in Chengdu. And next up, guys, I'm taking you in deep to the south of Sichuan on the Tea Horse Road. This is unfortunately where I had a couple bad experiences with the food. There was a dish or two. You'll see. Let's keep watching, guys. This is gonna be interesting. Let's keep going.
Coming up, we're starting a 1,500-kilometer journey through Sichuan and Yunnan provinces in southern China, starting right here in Chengdu, all in search of the best street food. And in this episode, we ate 5 delicious, spicy, and local Sichuan street foods. And if you watch until the end, you can join us in the back of a Sichuan kitchen. Let's eat.
All right, check it out, guys. It's Trevor James. Ting and I are embarking on a month-long, 6-week journey through Sichuan and Yunnan to search for the best food. We're going all the way to random little towns in Sichuan, making our way through Yunnan in southern China near the border of Laos. And we're gonna start out our tour today. We're still in Chengdu and we're gonna get our go-to Dan noodle.
First up, before we jump on the train, we're going to our home base hole-in-the-wall noodle joint and gonna have a nice bowl of Dan noodles. You can taste these noodles all throughout Sichuan, with varieties and flavor in every bowl you taste. But the chili oil and the ground pork are always there and will bring you right to heaven.
Okay. 好，谢谢。
我这边吃包子，吃不呀？
啊，吃包子嘛。
用普通话说得好。
啊，谢谢。这个是什么东西？酱油、辣椒油。哦， 醋、酸、盐、鸡精。That is what it's all about right there. Oh, 勺子，太香了。Oh wow, look at this, guys. Look at the chili oil on the bottom there. Oh wow, look at that thick layer of chili oil there. Wow, and that is the real joy. 谢谢你. The real joy here is just mixing the chili oil throughout the noodles. Oh, Dan noodle for life. Here we go. Wow, that chili oil fragrance with the green peas, that ground pork. This is what life's about, and we're just about to start our month-long Sichuan journey. All right, guys, so we just got to the Chengdu railway station. We are going to Neijang. We're stopping at all the little towns along the way. We're going to a bunch of random Sichuan towns to eat a bunch of delicious street food. Let's go get our tickets.
We bought our tickets and took the high-speed 45-minute train to Neijang in search of street food, traveling over 250 kilometers an hour. And when we arrived, we found ourselves in a market packed full of local Sichuan ingredients, like dried Sichuan chilies, all different types of Sichuan peppercorns, fermented bean pastes, dried chili pastes, and one super special thing we noticed right away, the guamian hanging noodles.
So we just got into Neijang. We're in a little market, and right up here, guamian. Guamian, 这个 guamian. 哇，你好，这个是传统中国的做法，那个挂面。
对。
啊。
以前没有机器的时候也是这样做。
哦。
用手工的。
很辛苦嘛。
辛苦得很呢。
辛苦得很。
哎，他们那个馆子里面都是卖这种面去做。
哦，这种面。
哎。
哦。
水面。我们这叫水面。
水面，这个重一点 ，this is heavy 重一点。
不是这个意思，水面好吃一点。
这个好吃一点嘛？挂面。
这个挂面可以放啊。
可以放。
这个不能放啊。
哦，明白了。
挂面可以放一两个月都可以的。
哦，明白了。哎。这个不可以放。
这个不可以放。
几天？
就是一天
两天啊。
最多1-2天。还没有干呢，这个。
还没有干了嘛？
哎。
哦，这个很漂亮。你每天做很多面吗？
哎，这个就做一点点。
几点起床
？4点钟。
4点钟嘛？早上。
早上4点钟。
哦哇，很早。
要找钱呐。
啊。
要吃饭没办法。
要赚钱。
对。
啊。
中国都是这样做。
中国是这样。
好的。
谢谢，好，拜拜，谢谢。
After finding those traditional noodles on the street, you get hungry for noodles. So we asked a couple locals where we could get some delicious Neijang specialty beef noodle soup.
I'm telling you, Sichuan people are some of the nicest in the world.
你走这里跟着看就下去哦。
那边嘛。
围得好远点儿。
好，谢谢你。
你看那有招牌。
谢谢。好，拜拜。
Before finding the noodles, just a couple blocks down the street, we found a classic baked Sichuan street food, the Guokui stuffed pork or beef pocket. If you're exploring Sichuan and you see one of these on the street, eat one. It all begins with the dough. It's kneaded and then rolled into long, flat strips, and then topped with seasoned pork paste with chilies, salt, and of course, Sichuan peppercorn powder. Then it's rolled up nicely one by one before being fried and then baked. Even if you're not into deep-fried foods, this is likely gonna hit the spot. There's a feeling to this that just makes you happy.
小雨鬼。他在他的我在我的菜上都是小雨鬼。
This is really part of the fun. Getting the close-ups. 每天买很多这个嘛？100、200。
越冷越买的越多。
很多的。
因为冷起来大家跟我会快一些。
每天做这个，你还是喜欢吃这个，还是吃腻了嘛？
都要换的是，都要换的。
不吃腻，还是很好吃的。
好吃啊。
哦，不上火。啊，你喜欢吃这个吗？
喜欢吃，又酥又脆。
你喜欢猪肉还是红糖？
个人喜欢，有喜欢软一点的，我喜欢脆的。
脆的，我也喜欢脆的。
四川特色的吗？
四川特色，在外国没有这个。
没有。
没有这个。
除了四川之外，都是四川人做的。
哦。
锅盔是四川特有的。
哦。
外面有锅盔卖的都是四川人做的。
外面很难找这个味道。这个是菜油嘛？
哎，对。
Oh, this is the classic Sichuan street food Guokui. 太好了，谢谢你。They pack it tight with pork. You can get some places with beef. Oh, look at that. Mmm. 哇，这个很好吃的。It's like a super fluffy, soft inside, but the outside is crispy. Oh, and full of that flavorful pork. That is nice. You can taste the Sichuan peppercorn in there. Lightly seasoned. 谢谢老板.
Next up, right on the corner, and before going into a neighborhood and finding a super unique sticky rice pre-dinner snack, we found the beef noodle soup that we were looking for.
Here we go, guys. 牛肉面，太好了！藤椒牛肉面。
啊，对对对。
这个是你们的红油。
啊，对。
哦 ，Look at that 红油，这个是四川特色的红油。
哎，对。
在四川怎么做红油？
就是这样，油在锅里面煎
一下，那个让那个锅很烫的，对，然后放在辣椒上面，对吗？
辣椒先放了之后放到另外一处，然后拿油来。
哦，放热的油在辣椒上面。
哎，给它淋一下。
哦，对了。然后放香料吗？
啊，就差不多。
差不多就是辣椒和油嘛。
啊，还有芝麻呀。
芝麻。
是吧？
八角。
哦。
一点点。
对。
哦，有盐嘛？
对，有一点。
一点点盐。
哎。
然后可以放在你的面条，让它很好吃的。Wow.
We found a really special beef noodle soup, filled with not only the super flavorful Sichuan chili oil and classic additions like soy sauce, ginger, garlic, MSG, chicken essence, Sichuan peppercorn, green onions, and fresh chilies, but also a splash of concentrated Sichuan peppercorn oil.
藤椒油. Oh, there it is. Nice. That's the secret there. That 藤椒油. That is Sichuan peppercorn oil that he just added in there. 藤椒油很麻，一点点麻。哦。哇，那个牛肉，
可以了，
太香了。So we just got the 牛肉面. Take a look here, guys. These are not the guamian. They're the wet noodles that only last for a day or two. 哇，做这个牛肉，这个是红烧牛肉嘛？
对，
红烧牛肉是用什么佐料？香料？肉桂，香叶，八角。花椒、酸奶，都有一点点。哦，然后，所以那个很香的。啊 ，Yeah, the real secret here on top of the 牛肉面 is of course, the beef, which has the bajao, which is star anise, cinnamon, some leaves. I think there's some bay leaves, local herbs that they use to stew that beef with, and that gives it an extra fragrance. Wow! 你看很好吃的，多吃一点。多吃一点。What I love about 牛肉面 here in China It's almost like there's 1,000 different variations. You can just have so many different slight variations in the flavor. This one, you can taste that Sichuan peppercorn. It does pack a lot of flavor. You can see there is raw Sichuan peppercorns right on there. And those give your mouth a tingle. The noodles are soaked in that broth, which is very powerful. It is quite spicy, but not overpowering.
Next up, we went for a walk through some back neighborhoods before our dinner feast and found a man selling these unique sticky rice balls covered in sugar that were absolutely to die for.
你好，这个是什么东西？
椰丝吧。
哦，椰丝包嘛。
椰丝吧。
一个多少钱
2块钱16个。
我买。哦，椰丝吧。这个是什么？
那是芝麻白糖。
芝麻白糖。哦。然后这个是什么东西？
这是糯米做的。
糯米。
哎。
糯米白糖芝麻。
哎，对。
一起混合的嘛。
混合好吃，甜的。
甜的嘛。
甜的。
Oh, look at that! It's just coming out. That's so cool. We're just walking through these neighborhoods. 这个很辛苦吗？
哎，很辛苦的。
很辛苦，要手动做的嘛。
2个手做。
哦，然后一起混合的。
这个是我内江的名小吃。
Neijang的特色嘛。哇。内江特色。
内江特色。
给你打广告。
哇。谢谢老板。
谢谢你。
哦，还是烫的。
哎，
还是烫热的。
好，还热是吧？肯定是热的噻。
那个
不热就不能喊热是吧嘛？
哦，热的好一点嘛。
好，你尝一下。
哦，谢谢。
是不热是吧？
哦 ，there it is。自己做的糯米。
哎，对。
做这个很辛苦嘛？很辛苦。
那个棒棒多。
棒棒多。
用那个棒棒。
哦，手工。
哎，对。
手工。很累嘛？
哎，很累。
哦。
你讲中文讲的可以
啊。啊，谢谢。一般般。我尝一下。
看看好不好吃？
好吃，好不好吃？
特别好吃的。
好，谢谢。
哦，那个芝麻的味道很香，有一点点甜，但是不太甜，刚好。
就没人了嘛，甜了就不迷人了嘛，不好吃了。
刚好的。
对。
刚好的。Oh yeah. Look at that, guys. That sticky rice ball is so soft. It like melts in your mouth, except the white sugar and the sesame on there is actually quite granular, so it gives it texture. 还有别的香料吗？芝麻、白糖，还有什么东西吗？
就是
豆子、黄豆粉。哇！
炒了来煮。
哦，炒。
好吃啊！
好吃的。哇！谢谢老板，太好吃了。你每天去很多地方买这个吗？
到处走。
到处走。
到处走，知道吗？
到处走。然后你放这个，这个很大声。
不大声嘛。
人们可以听你的下去的。哇！
没写牌子嘛，别人不知道我卖的什么。只是你刚才你问我，你不知道卖的什么东西嘛，是不是？所以要用喇叭叫一下，喊一下。
明白了。你每天走路多久？
走很久啊，走几个小时。
几个小时嘛？
才能卖完呢。
哇，辛苦。
辛苦。
谢谢老板，太好吃了，太好吃了。That is really nice. 谢谢老板。Yeah, here's the speaker. Yeah. He turns the speaker on so people can hear what he's advertising.
For our final meal of the night, we went for a walk and went into a classic Sichuan restaurant to order some spicy stir-fried dishes known as Thai. In China, there's thousands of different Thai dishes, and in Sichuan, they're the best. I asked if I could film some cooking, and the chef invited us in with a big smile.
I'm just feeling so lucky right now. We just asked Zhang Dachu if we could come into the back kitchen, and he smiled. He put on a big smile and said, "Go for it." And right now, 郫县豆瓣。这个是扒老家。
Now for a close-up. We ordered 3 dishes, my favorite being the douhua neuro beef and tofu made with the classic broadbean paste and pickled chilies combo. It's used throughout Sichuan cooking to give the dishes a slightly sour, salty, and spicy flavor that is extremely addictive.
This is really so cool to come into one of these Sichuan kitchens and watch it being made.
The other classic dish we ordered was a zajiang, aka million chili chicken. It was made right here by marinating chicken cubes in liaojiao rice wine, dark soy sauce, and salt. It's fried quickly and then put into a wok full of thousands of chilies and Sichuan peppercorns.
就是这个有什么酱？
这个是我们特制的白肉酱。
哦，白肉酱。哦，很好看的。
对，这个是特色就是薄，肉就是肥而不腻。
哦。
对。
有一点肥，有一点。
半肥半瘦嘛。
哦，一半一半。
对，一半一半。
啊。然后你们的酱是什么酱？
这个都是蒜泥的。
蒜。
这个是没有辣椒。这个是有麻辣的
哦。
啊，如果吃白肉的话，有一个这也叫果椒肉，这肉。
哦。
好，这样一裹。
哦，这样子的嘛。
对。
哦，这个这个很好玩。好，我试一下。谢谢老板。还有我们有辣子鸡，一个四川的特色。
对，这个几个菜都是我们四川的特色菜啊。对，这个是传统的。
传统的。
对。
还有豆花牛肉。
对。
太好了。
好，你们现在慢慢吃啊。
谢谢你。
不用。
好，谢谢。Wow, that was really nice of Chef Zhang there. We honestly just walked up and said hi and asked if we could film in the kitchen, and he put on a big smile and said for sure. And we're gonna go right in for the lajiao dip, the chili dip. Oh yeah. That is really nice. Half fatty, half lean. And this sauce here, this chili dip, is actually quite sour. And you can definitely taste some onions and cilantro. It does have a pungent spice to it. Oh, this is so nice exploring Sichuan. We have zajiang. This one, some people call it find the chicken because it's full. Just look how many red chilies are there. Full of dry red chilies. Tons of little chicken bits, chicken slices, chicken cubes, green onions. Oh, and that is gonna be spicy and so flavorful. Oh, that one's quite smoky. The chicken is crispy. You can definitely taste a bit of the chilies infused in there. Oh yeah, it's really nice. Next up on this Tea-Horse Road journey, I found the most amazing, really spicy actually, super spicy bowl of Neijang noodles. South Sichuan in Neijang. 这是你们的面条。 为什么叫做寡妇面？
因为我婆婆当年是寡妇。
哦，她开了几年？
开了40多年。
这个是40年的店吗？
对。
哇 It's been open 40 years here. We're gonna have to order one. 那我点一个可以吗？
可以。
太好了。Yeah, there's just looking at this. There's so many chilies, 很多辣椒。So many chilies, so many spices, and tons of garlic. Oh, 很香的。
我们中国的调料。
中国的调料 Chinese ingredients.
我们那个骨头全部
这个是你们的汤吗？
骨头汤。
Oh, that's the stock right here. 这个是用很多猪肉的猪骨。Nice. 很香。Wow, that smells amazing.
味精。花椒。
哦。
然后辣椒油。
哦，很多辣椒油。这个是什么？
酱油。鲜辣椒。
哦，还有蒜。This is the secret right here. Not only do you get an intense mixture of garlic and fresh and dried chilies and an amazing homemade pork broth, but they top it with their tender red braised beef made with over 20 different secret spices that's incredibly tender and flavorful. This here is true noodle heaven. Awesome! 哇，那个很香的。这个是四川最好的牛肉面吗？ Wow, we found the best beef noodles in the whole province here. Neijang, 特色。真的吗？ Oh, the most famous noodles are right from here. It's full of beef, full of that danhonggao beef, and that rich, look how rich and powerful that broth looks. We're just gonna have to go right in. 这个比重庆面好吃的吗？真的吗？
重庆面不好吃。
重庆不好，这个好。他们都到这里吃。Wow, so even people from Chongqing, where the noodles are super spicy and powerful, come here. Just gonna add a little cilantro to that. Oh yeah, here we go. Mmm. 那个太好吃了。That is delicious. Oh, that broth. 有一点辣，但是太香了。Oh, the broth is so flavorful. It's quite spicy, but not overpowering. The Sichuan red chilies in there there's just hundreds. There's just hundreds of Sichuan red chilies in there, which flavor it so well. But they're dried red chilies. Oh, 谢谢。I'm not gonna buy a house here. 我不买房子。And they put so much garlic in there. Just full of dried and fresh chilies and garlic. You can just see tons of dried chilies, chunks of dried chilies. That is so powerful. I think that was definitely one of the top 3 bowls of noodles I've ever eaten. So flavorful. After those life-changing noodles, we made our way to find one of the largest outdoor food markets in Neijang. If you want an excellent introduction to Sichuan food, come to a local market like this. You can find all the ingredients used in Sichuan cuisine and find some delicious street foods too. Looks like we found a market. A Sichuan market. 这个是什么肉？五花肉嘛。哦，很软的嘛。很细。哦，看起来很好吃的。我买一个。谢谢。用什么香料做的？
五香的。巴西烤肉这个可以。干嘛随便干，巴西烤肉好吃的很。哎，拿回家就可以。
Look how fatty that looks. Oh, 可以. Wow, look at that. That looks extremely fatty. Oh, 这个是辣椒吗？辣椒。It's like a fatty pork salad almost. 孜然. Oh, 孜然. It's like a fatty pork salad. 哦，花椒。对。好，那个应该很香的。还有葱吗？ Oh yeah, look at he's hanging one up over here too. Okay. 谢谢你。这个多少钱？20块。Look at that, guys. That looks extremely fatty. Wow, and I can smell the cumin. I can smell the chili. I can smell the peppercorn and the green onions. Oh, wow. That looks intense. I'm gonna get a big mouthful. Mmm. Oh. 很香的，好吃的。Mmm. Oh, wow. I was really not expecting that. Honestly, it is very fatty, but somehow it's so satisfying. The chilies, it's seasoned well, it's quite salty. The skin is a little crispy, which is very nice. The cumin and the huajiao are also very pronounced, but that cumin flavor gives it a very deep, strong flavor. This is so cool coming into the markets. So much action. Wow. So much food. Oh, 烤鸭子. 烤鸭子. Roast duck. Awesome. 你好。
你好。
这个是什么东西？
牛肉干。
牛肉干嘛？哦，哇，这个是什么味道？
啊？
这个是什么味道？
麻辣五香。
麻辣五香，辣的。
是辣的。
是辣的。
比你们那份好吃。
应该，这个应该比我们好吃的多。这个是什么？泡鸡脚。哦，这个是四川的泡鸡脚。这个是用辣椒和什么东西？泡椒泡的。哦 ，pickled chilies with chicken feet. I think we're definitely gonna have to get some of those. 那我可以吃5块的吗？
可以。
可以。哦，有一点酸的味道吗？
对。
Oh, so it should be a little sour and spicy. 你妈妈教你做这个吗？
对。
你妈妈教你吗？
对。
Oh, your mom taught her how to do that.
妈妈的味道。
妈妈的味道。
四川味道好。
四川味道好吗？ Yeah, the Sichuan flavors are the best. 谢谢。四川人很喜欢吃鸡脚吗？
很喜欢。
因为那个皮很好的感觉嘛。为什么喜欢吃鸡脚？
不知道啊。
就是好吃的。
哦，就是好吃。
啊，这个是什么东西？
是扣肉，梅菜扣肉。
Oh, 扣肉. And we were just walking through this crazy market here, and there's actually a ton of food to try here. This looks like it is roast fatty pork over top of salted greens. And there's actually quite a few other things here. It looks like there's some pig snout and some nice beef jerky, but we're gonna go in for the chicken foot because I've never tried this. 我尝一下. Look at those chicken feet. Honestly, they feel soggy from the pickled chili sauce, but I'm keeping an open mind here. Okay, let's try it out. Oh, 可以。Hey! Oh! 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 有一点辣. It is. 有一点辣. Oh! It actually is not very sour. It's quite salty. Very salty. The chili kick on there is intense. And you just try to suck the skin off. 挺好嘛. 谢谢你. Yeah. I can see it's somehow satisfying, but I don't think it's for me. And this here is why I moved to Sichuan, because the food is delicious, the people are good, and it's so lively and full of action. Coming to the morning markets, you get a real feel for what it's all about here. This is a lot of fun in Sichuan. Look at that, guys. This is why you come to markets because you can see exactly the core behind the cuisine that you're visiting. And this is the tianjiao, a really important part of Sichuan cuisine, and that'll burn your lips right off. Well, guang yi guang. 谢谢你. We're gonna keep exploring. Bye bye. Bye bye. Whoa. Whoa, 很多辣椒. 这个做得很久嘛. This is gonna take a whole day. 做这个一整天嘛. Wow. That's a lot of fresh chilies. These are so spicy. 然后这个你的手痛吗？不痛。一点点痛。多辣嘛。Oh, you get spicy hands doing that. I know that feeling. Oh. 煎这里嘛。哦，对了，好，做这个就是要快的做嘛。要做快, you gotta do it fast because there's a ton of chilies. Cut it here and throw them into the assorted basket. Nice. People are so friendly. They just let me help and have fun and part of the market experience, right? I'm so sure now that if you want the full Sichuan experience, you have to leave Chengdu or Chongqing, the main cities, and come out to the smaller cities and towns, into the markets here, and you get the real full-on experience. 这个是什么东西？
这个是我们的糍粑。
这个是糯米做的吗？
糯米。
Oh, made of sticky rice. 我买这个可以吃吗？这个可以买吗？
那个可以买，那个可以，那个要拿回去热一下。
热一下嘛？哦，热一下。哦，这个是。
这个现在就可以吃。
哦，这个可以吃吗？
对。
这个是糯米。
糯米，全是糯米，用这个种的。
哦。加工的嘛。There's so much food here in the markets. I decided to buy one of the red bean sticky rice snacks, but they told me not to eat it until going home to warm it up. But before I knew it, they were behind the scenes making us a sticky rice ball covered in sugar and sesame. 这个好吃一点吗？
这个就可以吃了。
这个可以吃吗？
哦，
这个是什么东西？
啊，你吃嘛，好吃。我在那等你嘛。
这个是糯米和糯米芝麻。
哎，芝麻和这个。
白糖芝麻。Oh, so it's like a sticky rice blob. 我尝一下嘛。
尝一下嘛。
啊。
看口味好不好？啥是正宗的了噻。
哦呀，太好吃了。
小妹，小妹。
太好吃了。That is really nice. That sticky rice, it's like a sticky rice. It's like a gooey sticky rice ball with granular sugar on there and a slight sesame paste, slight sesame flavor. This market is crazy. And there's the sticky rice they're pulling out. Oh, and that's how they make it there. They put it over top of the sugar. Oh. So they're using the sticky rice. They scoop out this big blob of sticky rice and they put it into this pan full of 芝麻还有白糖，对吗？芝麻白糖, sesame and white sugar. And then it turns into this blob. That is amazing. 谢谢你。These markets are awesome. 谢谢你。哦。
一下装到热的。
谢谢。很热情。
我们六家人都好客。
这个多少钱？这个多少钱？
啊？
这个多少钱？
这个是5块钱。
5块。
不要钱。
不要嘛？
这个不要钱，是送给你品尝的。
真的吗？
真的。
谢谢你。
不谢。
太好吃了。
好，谢谢。
好，拜拜。
二天又在我们六家来哈。
好。
又在我们六家来，二天要吃。
It's like a big blob covered in granular sugar and sesame. It has a bit of a nutty flavor to it. They are the sticky rice masters. You like that thing? It's really good, right?
It's really sweet.
Yeah, it's really sweet, really nice, crunchy, soft from the sticky rice. Amazing. This is like an endless market. You come here, you're gonna fall in love with Sichuan.
For our final stop on the breakfast tour, we stopped by to have an early lunch at a classic douhua and red braised beef joint. Here, you can taste classic Sichuan red braised dishes, kind of like spicy Sichuan stews, made spicy and fragrant from chili bean paste and dry Sichuan chilies, and packed with spices like star anise, cinnamon, and ginger. When you explore Sichuan, you see these all over the place, but you rarely see one this photogenic and this colorful in a deep back market like this. So we knew we had to order some dishes and try out the flavors.
This is amazing. This is so amazing in here. It's like food everywhere. Wow, look at all the woks. 你好。哇，你们有很多好吃的。这个看起来很好吃的。这个是竹笋嘛？
哎，竹笋，黄竹笋放的。这是
这个是海椒嘛？
海皮
啊，海皮。
海带。
海带。
魔芋。
哦，魔芋。
这是牛肉。
牛肉。
这是鱼头。
鱼头。都有。
这是土豆烧排骨。
哦，土豆烧排骨。
啊，这是肥肠。
肥肠。
黄豆烧肥肠。
啊，黄豆烧肥肠。
啊，
这个是什么？
这个噱头。
哦，噱头。
噱头烧红烧肉。
红烧肉。然后
凉拌猪头肉。
凉拌土豆肉。
哎，猪头肉。
猪头肉哦，凉拌猪头肉。
哎，凉拌猪头肉。
都有。
哎，这个烧白扣肉。
哦。
这个是扣肉。
哦，扣肉。
哎，这个是高汤。
骨头汤。
这个是花肉汤。
哦。还有豆花。
啊，豆花。
哇，我吃那个胡萝卜排骨 carrot with spare ribs. Wow, that looks so flavorful.
红萝卜烧牛肉。
哦，牛肉嘛，牛肉排骨嘛。Amazing. 还有这个折耳根嘛。哦，哦，你们还有豆花。
啊，豆花切切。
Wow, look at this over and over here is the douhua silken tofu. Right on the side of the street. This is crazy. 还有一个豆花。Oh wow, nice silken tofu. This is really amazing. Oh, that is intestine with 这个是黄豆嘛？
哎，
黄豆肥肠。
哎，黄豆肥肠。
Intestine with soybeans. 谢谢老板。This is just crazy here, guys. Right on the side of the street, we found a gem. We had to order the red braised big intestine with soybeans. Look at those big chunks of intestine. That looks intense. Over here we got douhua, which is silken tofu. It comes with a chili paste mixed with broadbean paste and green onions. That is gonna be flavorful, so you dip that in. We also got red braised beef ribs with lots of carrots. Oh yeah, and those carrots, they might actually be a little sweet. And then some classic Argan Sichuan fish root. This one, it actually tastes a bit like pungent cilantro slash fish. And it's covered in a chili oil. Oh yeah, looks like there's some greens, maybe some celery in there. First thing I'm gonna try is the red braised intestines with soybeans. Red braised usually includes cinnamon and star anise, lots of chilies, and it's very, very smooth and fragrant, not too spicy. Mmm. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's potent. I don't know if I like that. The intestine flavor is really... Ooh. No. That's nasty. That's nasty. The background flavor behind that is actually kind of nice, but... Oh, I don't know if I can handle that. The thing about intestines is I've learned my lesson the hard way a few too many times. Sometimes they're good and sometimes they're bad, and these ones are just so fatty. And the odor, I'm not sure how you do it, but there is a way to remove that intestine stench. And this one, it has not been removed. So I'm just gonna have to go on to some other dishes here. Oh, that's too much. Okay, we're gonna go for the ju'ar again here. Sichuan fish root covered in chili oil. I wanna get that flavor out right away. but it's still pungent. Oh, it tastes like a stenchy cilantro with chili. Okay, I need something delicious now. How about some beef? That's a little better. The carrots are so soft and actually a little sweet. And the beef chunks are very soft. They melt in your mouth. And this dish is very light. It has a home-cooked, clean flavor, not too spicy, just a bit of that cinnamon fragrance. Oh, and this is probably the best dish right here. And there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that full-length Sichuan food documentary. So much amazing food. Please leave me a comment down below. If you made it to this far in the video, I'm really, really happy and proud of you for watching all of that amazing Sichuan food. Thanks for being my loyal follower, and please let me know what you thought in the comments down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and if you haven't already, click subscribe and the little bell notification button as well. Thanks, guys. Hope you enjoyed the vid.